Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? Shalom as well. Hope all of you had a good day. I did yesterday, pretty damn good. We went and saw a show. That's why no stream. And I got news for you, no stream tomorrow either, because I don't stream on Sundays. But I threw in one today because that seemed weird to take off 3 days in a row when there's no need. But also tomorrow, I should be able to finish most of the Resident Evil 9 video. Almost got that one finished. Tomorrow, I'm going to be putting in hours on it. But one more Life is Strange stream for this week. But hey, look at everybody. He's become Finnish. Finnish is a word in Finnish, is it? Darta, my beloved, handsome, good to your beloved, handsome man. Good to catch you on a live stream again. Well, hey, smells Fargo. Hope you're doing well. Speaking of, boom. Let me not forget to use my camera. There's a bug flying around my face. How is the game? You know what? Not too shabby. At least the first day I streamed it last time, it was alright. I'm glad they brought the time powers back. The series has been lacking actual gameplay in the form of the powers since the first game. They have not wanted to do that again because I guess it was too difficult. So they always made the powers kind of suck. They needed that, and I don't know why they abandoned it so quickly. So they finally made the right decision nearly a decade after the success of the first one. And it's made it a lot better. Also, who just subbed? Lucky, thank you for the 40 months of being a sub. Love to have you. How you doing? Well, I know how you're doing. You're doing good. We just had wonderful dinner. And we had a great night out last night as well. Hold your horses, chat. You got me so excited to see that cocaine in my circulatory system starts. Look, some people just run off it. Also, cat in background. Dex is back there, in case you didn't notice. You streamed 2 days ago. Why didn't you Twitch tell me? I don't know, actually. Twitch doesn't always do that. You pretty much have to, like, guess when I'll be on. That's why every streamer usually has a set time that they go on. So even if you don't know if they're streaming, if you check, you know when to check. That's why I also recommend becoming a member of my Discord, because on Discord, I always send out a a notification, and add everyone even. So you're less likely to miss out. Like I just did. Your Discord uninstalled itself. What's going on? I don't know. Have you installed some funky software recently? Couldn't tell you on that one. Dex is adorable. She's back there being a good cat. There's something interesting for you. Dr. Victor was supposed to turn into a snake at the end of Resident Evil 9, but they didn't. I had a feeling about that based on the fact that he wore a snakeskin jacket the entire time. I saw some people speculating that maybe the snakeskin he's wearing comes from Yawn from Resident Evil 1, that he skinned it somehow. Honestly, it would have been better if he'd been like a snake monster versus like just what he was. Because that fight kind of sucked. What did you miss on Thursday after you and Moses were training your powers? More intrigue. That other powered girl is secretly on campus disguised as someone else. Chloe showed up looking for Max, and they found each other by the end of the stream. And we also almost died in a building detonation. Where is Chef? He loves the cats. They'll be here eventually. Not everyone's there at the beginning of stream, you know. Developers stated the time powers were a pain in the... Yeah, I read about that too. But that's the thing. It needed that element of gameplay to make it more entertaining. So that's one of the big issues is that you don't even play as a superpowered person. You play as the big brother of someone. And the superpower is... I remember going over this in my video of it. Superpower is just like, telekinesis, which is pretty, routine. Since you didn't control it, you had no gameplay over it. And honestly, in true colors, the power there was just a visual thing. Didn't really amount to much either. And even in the last game, shifting between two different realities wasn't anything special. So no, they needed an active power that you can use at any time to actually make it engaging. Yeah, it was probably more difficult to design, but you know what? Sometimes making a good game is hard. When the stream, first thing I hear is, and that's how we almost died in a building detonation. That's in the game. We had to disarm a bomb. Unless you think me and Lucky are regularly going into abandoned buildings and that are about to be destroyed. Which does sound like a lot of fun. No, the most dangerous thing we've done together is go caving. True colors was just an empath. Yeah, well, she had synesthesia, so she would see auras around people. That would also clue her into their emotional state. By the end of the game, she seemed to have the ability to make people experience emotions as well, but they didn't really play around with that much. And like I said, even in the gameplay when you use it was just a conversational thing. It didn't amount to anything beyond that. Hey man, lore is lore. I mean, if you want to start my Wikipedia page, I'd be very appreciative. Someone needs to eventually. I feel like I'm like relevant enough to get one. I've got like what over 100 to 200 million views. That seems relevant enough. No Wikipedia editor is going to say no to that. You hope Tiger Woods goes to rehab. Does he even play golf anymore? I feel like he retired a long time ago. Strike me as the kind of guy where if you ever became a dad, you'd be the most chill, normal dude, then randomly drop the most wild lore on your kid. I mean, I don't know how much of my lore you know, but I will definitely have stories to tell my future child about, hey, you want to hear the time your grandfather got shot to death by the police? It's an uplifting story. Or, maybe I'll keep that one until they're old enough. First entry in Dart's wiki page. Dartigan, popular streamer and YouTuber, once had a father. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe bury that one a little bit down there in a few pages. Let's see. Aren't wiki articles now done by AI? I think actually they ban AI on Wikipedia. Did you see the PlayStation price hike? I did. I'm not surprised by it. That was always going to happen. There's like, do you see what's going on in the world right now? You'll be lucky if you can buy a new keyboard by the end of the year without paying $500 for it. But nope, that's gonna be it won't just be your PlayStations that are going up in price, by the way. Pretty much everything is going to. We're in for a rough year in terms of pricing of anything. Vice President mentioned aliens actually being demons. Someone needs to get that man off of, Doom Eternal and playing something else. But yeah, that's who we have, currently making the big decisions. Let's see. How is everybody though? You guys good? Microsoft lady proposed a subscription service to use a mouse. Yeah, that was actually Logitech, wasn't it? Believe our customers will love. Customers love paying for stuff, Dartigan grew up in a setting that looked like a piss filter. Corn music video. Well, when I think of corn music video, I think of like animation actually, or like that early '90s, late '90s VHS look. But also apparently the Final Fantasy IX remake is on hold right now. I saw some information about that today, that it's on ice, which means it's not been canceled, but it's currently like they're still figuring out what to do with it. So my opinion is that they saw that Expedition 33 came out and was like, hey, we should maybe make it more like that. And so they're probably, stop freezing to like reevaluate. At least that's my hope. Other than that, apparently, what is it? Other big rumors. Maybe a Ocarina of Time remake. Expedition 34, that'll be the next one. Did I say 34? I meant 33. Apparently the next Zelda will be an Ocarina remake. Who knows? Thinking about buying a PS5. I mean, you can get one used, and that's your best option right now. I guarantee you won't know the difference. Unless they were heavy smokers. And don't bother getting a Pro. I can think of no good reason to get a PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't have a Pro, and it's fine. Please, don't make fun of my, redness of my neck. I just shaved a few minutes ago, so there's some splotchiness going on there. I'm very sensitive about it. That is most things, Hope your PS4 keeps working. I mean, it'll keep working. I just don't think they're releasing any games on it now. Only people will buy your PlayStation 5 are random crackheads offering 150. Normally, crackheads don't really make offers for like stuff that anything other than meth. Usually, they'd be stealing the PlayStation 5s and selling them for $100 or so. Now may be the time though to hit up your local like back alley crack merchant for the cheap stuff, if they're being smart. Did Lucky style your hair? No, I went to like a week or two ago. Went to a new barber. to try out a few different things, and go it's slightly different style. So this was all my doing. Dart is old enough to shave. I know it took a while for me to get there, but I'm there now. No, I have to shave every once in a while just because I mean I know I'm pretty clean shaven all the time. That's because I don't really grow facial hair on my cheeks. You got the baby Leon cut, huh? No, yeah, like I said, it's just what they call a 2080 side part chat. So you have like shorter hair on the sides and it's like a side part. Just like, this is what it looks like from this side. Looks pretty good. It's clean. Hat cam wind, brother. I present you cat on main cam. Dex. Swear she's alive. Dex. There you go. You have to get up. Go back to sleep. See, I give you everything. You get cat in cuck chair and me streaming. What got you into political comedy? Don't tell me your personality doesn't imply if you weren't into a gaming, you'd be into deep state politics. What got me into political comedy? I've never been into political comedy. When it comes to political comedy, I've never really liked making political jokes all that much. I will make my moment. I will take my moments when I can. I will state my opinions on politics, but I don't make politics my content because one, that's a road toward becoming a grifter, which I don't want to be. I feel like almost every political commentator eventually just becomes a grifter at some point, or they actually just fade away and get no views. You pretty much have to. Kat is gone. She'll be back. She'll be back. So no, I will state my opinions on things, but that's about it. Maybe I'll make a joke if I find one, but it's not my main focus. Finished the Resident Evil 3 remake today, and a reflection I have on. Other than that, I still didn't like it very much. There is someone who's currently working on a Resident Evil 3 remake mod that will make the game more like the original game. So maybe that's what you should be waiting for. Speaking of mods, I found out there's a Dagoth mod for Skyrim today, where they basically take the meme version of Dagoth and put him as a companion in Skyrim, and it's apparently very good. So I might need to play Skyrim with a bunch of mods. My style of comedy is way funnier than Colbert and Stewart. Okay, I will give you it's funnier than Colbert, but Stewart, okay, that's high praise. Then again, I don't have a team of writers helping me out. I'm sure if I had like 5 or 6 people over there writing scripts for me that I could like read off during stream, it'd be on par. Did you see the mod clips? I saw a few clips of it. I didn't want to look at too many other than because I already know what it basically plays like. I was just saying like, oh, they added the meme version of Dagoth. Tell me that mod doesn't use AI voice lines. It uses AI voice lines. Of course it does. Forgotten City was built from a Skyrim. There's many things that have been built from Skyrim, but I know which one you're talking about too. Toei issues cease and desist on fan who attempted to copyright the design they made for Goku in their fan manga. Praised the manga for its art and writing, but noted the blatant abuse of their IP. Wait, so someone tried to I'm very confused. Someone tried to like redraw Goku and make copyright it? Whatever. A lot of quickly released companion mods recently using AI voicing. Yeah, that's where a lot of mods doing that. Most of them aren't worth the shit. But this one seems like it's actually pretty good because that voice actually does work really well, strangely with AI. Comedy Central's owned by Paramount. Oh, as most entertainment now is. Disney, Paramount, and what else? Netflix. Redesigned Goku's G green color palette and we're like, this is mine. Yeah, I don't blame them for getting a cease and desist, actually. That's not on that. That's on them. They should have known that wasn't going to work. Even if they drew it really well, nope. Still like a character they don't own. Comedy Central is still a thing. I know, right? Like, where do people watch it at? Second to get this going so I can see everyone properly. Physical media for the win. You know what? If you got room for it, you might as well. Might as well collect all them discs. Nose itches. Brie is a cute name. Brie is a cute name. What's the name of a cheese? Anyone cares what Union runs perfectly on my Linux desktop. It is not running that well for me. Far as I could tell last time I played it. It's like it's not looking graphically impressive, so I'm not sure why I was struggling so much. But once I turned all the graphics down from hella high, uh, got much better frames out of it. You stopped watching South Park once I started the Tegrity and season long plots. Actually, I just recently got back into South Park, actually. Uh, and I actually like some of the Tegrity episodes. Just the other day, it was announced Hunter x Hunter was getting delisted from everywhere digitally, and people immediately ran to buy it. Wait, is it being canceled? You mean like, or the anime, I guess you mean. Two pieces of news you hear about Justin Timberlake's apparently everyone's getting DUIs now. That's how you know everyone's sad and depressed in the entertainment business is they're all just getting drunk and trying to end it. Jimmy Carter's show got removed for Charlie Kirk misinformation. News to me. I did not know Jimmy Carter had a show. Like that they wanted to patent Goku painted green and medium. That for the most part doesn't. That ain't doing much. Crunchyroll and Amazon put out notices they have to delist Hunter x Hunter for whatever reason. I mean, they're probably their license was done. That's how that goes, you know. Let's see. Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, okay. You wrote it in all caps for me. Thank you. That helps. Yeah, but you also wrote Jimmy Carter's. That wasn't my fault. You can't then write it out in all caps like, oh, that was your fault, Dartigan. You wrote Jimmy Carter up there. What were your favorite shows as a child? Mine was SpongeBob, Family Odd Parents. The Simpsons was a big part of my life as a child. Several cartoons. I changed cartoons often, but The Simpsons was the one I stuck with the longest. King of the Hill was also really good. I actually liked the first couple seasons of Family Guy and Futurama. I have not watched Family Guy since like season 2, I think. Uh, yeah, those are the ones I stuck with. All the other cartoons I watched were kind of like just you know, I'd watch them and then I'd stop. So where's voice actor got a DUI too, which was apparently the 14-year-old in King. Yep, they're all just getting drunk. Do you think Jill for more reason to get survivor's guilt than Leon? I mean, she kind of had it in 3. Uh, or at least she was at least had fears of being infected, which I'm assuming now maybe she is infected, given what's going on. I don't know. If they wanted to do a survivor's guilt kind of thing, they needed to do it before they're all in their 50s or near 50s. Because I've seen them since the events of Raccoon City, and they were pretty fine for the most part. Didn't Jimmy Carter have a peanut farm? He famously had a peanut farm before becoming president, and he was forced to sell it because potential conflict of interest. But that proved to be not really necessary because you can own all your businesses and even start up a cryptocurrency right before taking office if you want these days. But a peanut farm, no thank you, sir. That's too dangerous. Who knows what you could do with that kind of economic power. You don't get alcohol, you've never been to it. I mean, I understand with its purpose, but I've never been into it either, but that's because I don't really like the taste of it. She literally had T virus vaccine destroyed on her eyes. Well, she had the vaccine pumped into her, yes, but uh, I'm still unsure of how people like, you well, I'm just gonna say Leon and what's her name from Resident Evil 9 even got infected to begin with, since they never were infected during the events of Raccoon City and 2. And one of them was even infected with an entirely different virus that was more advanced than T virus, and was cured of it. Think we're normal alcohol tastes like ass. Well, I think alcohol tastes like ass to everyone at first, but you're supposed to get over that by drinking it instead, and eventually you develop immunity to it. I never did that. They forgot to mask up. Oh yeah, that's the reason. Which is weird because T virus isn't an airborne virus either. Hung got infected too, but didn't give a fuck. I mean, he didn't get bit either, as far as I'm aware. I'm actually more concerning than that. How the hell did Zeno get infected with it? He wasn't in Raccoon City, as far as I'm aware. And if he's a, and since he's apparently a clone of what's his, who also wasn't at Raccoon City when everything went down, I'm at a loss of how he came down with it. They just wanted a cool scar in his face, I guess. I mean, that she saw how Nikolai destroyed the last sample of the vaccine. I mean, yeah, but I think in the lore they actually have T virus vaccines since that day for that very reason. Do you have any anxieties before doing a face reveal? I mean, a little bit, mainly because I like worry about I'm just gonna look stupid, but it's something you get over pretty quickly. Like I'm a pretty normal looking dude. There's not much. There's only so many dicks you can Photoshop into my mouth, and after like the second one, I'm not even gonna care. The new Z virus, the one that makes grown-ups act like Zoomers. If that is that a real thing? That would be an excellent plot. Hello.
He's a pretty normal looking guy until he wears the suit, let me tell you. He wore the suit, he got a custom suit. Oh my goodness.
He's been bragging on me about the suit.
I
I got a sports jacket and some pants, and she had a case of the vapors.
I made this face, so
Vapors everywhere. Oh, you're good. This is the table.
oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Xeno isn't a complete clone. I mean, that's something they didn't really go into. Planted with a virus that could import memories. I mean, it did a lot more than just memories, though. He would look like the dude, acted like him, and had the same powers, which come from a completely different virus. So it's one of those things that they just didn't even bother with. Worry about my family personality? Don't worry about it. At least not right now. Don't forget the VD vibe. Have you seen this asinine conversation on the web these past few days about anal and oral? No, I have not. Haven't done any searches on anal and oral sex recently. What a question. You got me a Silent Hill poster. I mean, I got some room left for posters. I still need to put that Final Fantasy 9 poster up. You're Puerto Rican, close knitted. Yep, Puerto Rican families are. How you doing? Scooch over here for you. Let's see what people say about Xeno and then make the lore something they will accept. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Maybe he was a little fun. They should have included a boss fight, though. That was kind of weird to include him, and then it's like, he dies off, in a cutscene. Got you a Gen 5 MLP poster. Is that sports related? Because I don't really give a shit about sports. Don't know what to do with that. Oh, speaking of, I added a link to Lucky and I's wedding registry down below on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
So for those of you who would like to, you don't have to. No pressure.
You do not, please, no pressure.
You can the link is down below on Twitch. You can check it out if you want. We've already gotten a couple things from people that got their invitations already.
I just put a camping table out on the
Yeah.
washing machine because you don't have any room in here.
MLP, My Little Pony. I don't think. Wait, is that what it was? I thought MLP was like a sports acronym. You still need to hang up that Resident Evil poster. I mean, yeah, I get a frame board first. You can't just hang it. I don't want to stick a pin through it or use Scotch tape.
You're high right now. I am.
Let's see. Dex is back, everybody. She's a very climby cat, as you can see. Still wearing the...
Oh yeah, I guess I am still wearing my apron. I made dinner tonight, so I had this on.
Looking very domestic.
Yeah, right. Comfy though.
Darts of Brony. I have never watched My Little Pony in my life.
I love My Little Pony.
Hence why I didn't know MLP meant My Little Pony. Want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you. Thanks. Get out of the cockpit. Truly a modern day nuclear family. 2 cats, 2 people. That is the modern day nuclear family, actually, I think.
It really is.
Major League Ponies. You're going insane. They make medicine for that. I recommend taking it. Arm reminds you of Lauren Faust.
I don't know who that is, but thank you.
Faust is always one of those names you go, ooh, Faust. Never understood how grown men are into My Little Pony. I mean, the same thing with like grown men who love Powerpuff Girls. It was possibly entertaining to them.
I loved Powerpuff Girls too.
Then again, that was a show that looked like it was made for girls, but was kind of made for dudes. I'm sure girls got into it as well.
I did get into
Yeah.
it. I was a girl who got into it. Gen 5 MLP.
So Lauren Frost wrote My Little Pony, apparently.
I'm touched because I loved My Little Pony, especially the seahorse ones, the dolls that you could get back in the early 90s. I loved them.
Seahorse. Powerpuff Girls was awesome. Yeah, that was written by that same dude who made Samurai Jack. Haglian dialected? What is it? What? Not sure what you're trying to tell me.
You don't talk about the zebra ponies.
I'm a loss on My Little Pony lore.
It's a movie. The movie was really good back in the 80s. And now there's another movie now, which I think like Friendship is Magic. And I know
Yeah,
all of my students were obsessed. Absolutely obsessed.
that was the Demon Hunters, the K-pop Demon Hunters of its time. Karma's into cool cartoons and video games. That she is. She is. Don't you discriminate against Zakora? Zakora. It's becoming a My Little Pony stream. He worked on My Powerpuff Girls, but his main project was that time was Dexter's Laboratory. I didn't know he made Dexter's Lab.
I loved Dex. I begged my parents to get a cable package that had Cartoon Network on it so that I could watch Dexter's Lab, and they didn't until I was like 11 or 12. So I had to watch Dexter's Lab at like my friends' houses, like
You
live off the
get-
scraps.
Hey, man, you got any more of that Dexter's
Got any more
Laboratory?
of that Dexter?
I gotta see what happened next. DD.
D.
Love all the 80s cartoons were basically commercials to sell toys. A lot of them were.
Mhm.
I mean, most cartoons in the 90s were that way too.
And they were all required to have PSAs in them.
Yeah, the ones that show you how cool drugs are.
Who wants a body massage?
This is your
Mr.
family.
Body Massage.
And that girl who like really hated her kitchen with went to town on it with a frying pan.
Rachel Lee Cook from She's All That.
Old Cartoon Network was kind of trippy.
Yep.
Yeah, they had to be. They were a cable network. They didn't have the network being like, they weren't NBC Saturday morning,
It's actually because a lot of them went to Cal Arts and they were all a bunch of hippies just doing
Yeah.
weird fucking art. That's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Most of the character animators that came out of that program were like contemporaries of Tim Burton and John Lasseter. And so they all kind of spread out all over the different networks. So they went into Disney, they went into DreamWorks, and they went into Cartoon Network.
Huh. Adventure Man, Halo Dartigan, her name is Lucky. You learned about the other night, or don't remember. Yeah, Lucky. Chrissy is her real name.
Yeah.
But she actually is a live streamer as well. She's not streaming tonight, but probably soonish.
Yeah, I'm taking a little breather because I have to get off book for a play that I'm doing, and I'm almost there.
But yeah, we're doing good. We had a good night out yesterday. Went and saw well, I guess an interpretive dance show.
Yeah, it was like modern dance.
Yeah.
Modern dance meets Irish like step dance and folk dance, and there was an amazing like fiddler who
Yeah.
just like wailed, and
Yeah.
a really good guitarist, a really good singer, really fun audience interaction.
Yeah.
Beautiful theater.
Conducted an interview years ago. I was nervous, but I got the information. It's doubtful. Poor manager.
Tell me you're taking Charmsy's last name.
Nope. I think she said she wanted to
I'm
take mine.
taking his. Yeah.
I offered that she could do the hyphenated thing, but she wanted
I'll always be Charmsy, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, that's not gonna change.
Yeah.
But Harms Miller sounds like a Nazi name. Let's be real. Sounds like Heimler.
Hans Miller.
Harms Miller. And like Harmiller.
Miller.
Or
Mm.
like Miller harms. That sounds like it's saying that the Miller's gonna harm something, do
Oh,
harm.
I know.
Charles harms.
Charles Harms.
I guess we could just keep mine.
If we do, we have to like have a son named Max, so it's Max Harms. Or Richard, so they're Dick Harm. You have to be careful with a name like that.
Oh, about DDs, and then it could be D's DD.
He's DD. Stupid
D's
musical
DD.
play. I forgot the name of something. Magnification, the Magnificent Man, or something. Do you know what it is? I wouldn't, but maybe she does.
Magnificent Man.
Or Magnification.
I mean, I know The Greatest Showman. Something magnification.
I don't know if Google search
Mm.
didn't bring it to you. That are like, yo, we don't
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
not ringing any of my bells actually, and I'm pretty theater oriented.
Germans aren't really angry all the
Do
time.
it
Of
for the
course,
memes.
Germans are definitely not angry all the time. They are, however, very blunt.
You thought I was woke. No hyphen. I am no hyphen. I am pretty woke. But I'm so woke that I don't care about my last name.
Yeah,
That's how fucking woke I am.
it's just some syllables and
Yeah.
consonants. That's all they are. All of them are, anyways.
And I don't know. I'm gonna like be in a family with you.
Yeah,
So yeah, seems appropriate.
yeah,
I don't mind a change.
yeah.
I have a what's in a name.
Zelda Ocarina of Time is coming to the Switch.
I fucking saw that. Got so excited.
Hopefully, it's just not a re-release of the other remake they made for 3DS.
It looked really well, the some of the concept art looked really
And it's actually a full remake.
like a Final Fantasy VII style remake of it.
Where does Harms come from? It's Irish, isn't it?
It's actually German, I
German?
think. Yeah. My dad is Irish, German, and Danish.
Been watching the Police Academy films. Those were movies I liked as a kid, but I doubt I'd like them very much now. At least past the first one.
Mom comes from Lucky. You have an identical voice to the lady who played Kim Wexler. Oh, the fucking woman from Pluribus.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, thank you. I really admire her acting work. So that's
You have a similar
that
voice.
sweet.
Similar voice. She's got.
Come be shy now. I'm so touched. Thank you. It's nice when I get compared to people I admire.
The Greatest Showman. Apparently, that was it.
That's what I got. That's what I guessed.
You guys liking Life is Strange? My mental health held together by the two emotional support lesbians. Well, I'm not playing them as like a couple. I just played them as friends originally, so that's what I stuck with. So they're just like good friends coming back together across dimensions. Better Call Saul. Well, same character, same actress from two different things. You two mind being called by your real names? When I'm online, I always prefer to be called by my online name. It feels weird to be called by my real name because that's, I don't know, it's just how it works. Pretty much all creators are kind of similar, unless they go by their real name.
For me, I don't care because I am an actor, and so my name is already online. Like I can't really hide it, so I don't really care if you call me either. I have a lot of people in my real life call me Lucky or Charmsy as well, so it's sort of interchangeable for me.
Was Charm smoking a pong? No, it's a pipe. It's her Lord of the Rings pipe. She's trying to get me high.
No, I'm not.
Markiplier made a mistake in my step one of channel naming. I mean, it didn't hurt him too much because he's one of the biggest channels on YouTube, apparently.
Actors and actresses have identity crises. You know, I've never felt that way, Joe. I've always been really clear that like I love doing acting as a job and as like a like for fun.
Yeah.
And that like when I go home, I'm definitely my weird ass quirky self.
How is the unneeded 7th, 6th Life is Strange game? I mean, the last game set up a sequel, so I'm kind of surprised they even got it since it didn't sell very well. But honestly, this is the best one probably since the first game, honestly. Just because they actually gave you a gameplay mechanic of time rewinding again. Goo Goo Gaga says Geometrid with a $2 super chat. Goo Goo Gaga yourself. I'm not going to speak any more baby language than that because that shit'll get clipped. But thank you for the your support.
Wait, Chef, you're not named Chef?
I know, surprising, right? Posted it in the Discord earlier, but they released 2 action figures for this game they released, but the Max and Chloe they use are their designs from the first game. That's probably intentional then.
You love my bangs? Thank you. They're kind of like I have to wash my hair right now. I really appreciate that. You guys are nice. They're like they're getting in my face.
Or Aerith Banks.
Pretend bangs.
Need to join the Discord so we can stay. Yeah, be my guest. Discord link's down there.
Aw, thanks, Beastly. I'm glad everyone likes them.
This is for you. Did you ever play Spyro?
Yeah, wow, like forever ago. And I always thought it was such a cool game, but I wasn't allowed to have a PlayStation at the time because I was only allowed one console at a time when I was a kid. I was allowed one travel one and one at home one.
Dartigan, you have an unfair advantage though. Even as a kid, you were a stage bug. Most parents can't afford them. I mean, I was not a theater kid. I never performed anything as growing up. The first time I did a performance was when I started doing like YouTube, and that was as an adult. I was the kid that tried to stay in really well until like 10th grade when I became the class clown as a means of like, getting out of my funk. I was always the kid that just tried not to be noticed because getting noticed always made life worse for me. So no, I was not in theater. If that's what, I don't know where you got that from.
Life is worse.
She was a theater kid.
Yes, I've been a theater kid since I was 5.
Are you the Saruman to Lucky's Gandalf? Halfling's weed is
I
the
was just about to say that.
You lob the halfling's leaf. Sure, why not?
Clouded your mind. Does that mean you're gonna grab me by my ankles and go, whoa?
No, he just uses his staff to like, throw people around.
Lucky, when will you act in one of Dartigan's Sin videos? I guess when I book a video game voiceover.
Yeah, then they can
And then he can send me.
Send your
He
character.
can please be like, I happen to know that this voice actress didn't work very hard. And she kind of sucks.
Is that what you think I would say?
You could be like, no need to wait to take so long. I miss those jokes. Everything wrong with Lucky's voiceover. You could just ask my old teachers about that.
School didn't have mandated plays. My school, none of the schools I went to had a theater play or theater class at all. So there were no school plays. Oh,
I toured to your school and performed.
Like I said, there's like I remember seeing one touring play that in my middle school. That was like some kind of like weird like mining play too.
Chat, look, do me a favor. Just go find your local community theater. Look up like local 501c3 and make like a $20 donation. It is tax deductible. They need you right now. Like this is real. Like this dude could have had theater. You could have been getting theater chicks your whole life. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, it actually breaks my heart that that's like the reality for like most kids now. So because schools are screwing it over, go to the source, find a good local theater, make a small donation.
Always money for the sports teams, never enough for everything else.
Fuck that voice actress. Fuck that voice actress in particular. You could say it like, fuck that voice actress. Fuck that voice actress in particular. And then remove a sin.
And then remove a sin. Sure.
No, don't do. Have I ever played Sly Cooper or Ape Escape? No, I have not. Pet the kitty. Is there a kitty?
I don't see Dex in here.
Yeah.
Sorry, you started an emotional movement here. No, you're good, Dominic. Oh, but he already retired that joke. Which joke did I retire? I've retired a couple jokes. Maybe the ones I kind of overused. There were some jokes that were just like the same joke, and after like so many usages, and like this will be lazy if I keep using them. Yeah, but, you know, the times have changed. Fuck that boss fight. I actually have not retired the fuck that boss fight in particular joke. It's just that I haven't come across good uses of it in recent times. One, because you don't really get that many boss fights anymore. And, that 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 sin is
If you
reserved for,
do
like
Fatal Frame 2 again, you could just say that every
yeah,
single time
yeah,
you fight
yeah.
something.
But that sin was always reserved for, like, really badly designed boss fights that are really frustrating
And
and
then
just,
they
like
all got that way.
and they just sucked. I haven't really come across too many bad boss fights in recent games recently. They'll either, like, be easy boss fights, or they're just, like, well-designed, or they don't even exist. So I just haven't had reason to employ it much.
Taking his bits, they're married already.
I mean,
You'll send me some remasters? Thank you, Blep.
we literally started dating because she plagiarized me.
I did. I admitted it, though,
Yeah,
and then he gave me permission.
yeah,
So, I got retroactive permission. So,
yeah,
then it's not plagiarism.
yeah. Happy you're in a better situation. Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I ever played Neo, you will definitely say, I did play Neo. I sinned Neo 1 and Neo 2. I have not played Neo 3.
Fuck that voice actress. Wait a sec.
Plagiarism harms.
I can hear myself laughing. It's weird. I like that.
You hate Resident Evil 8 retcons Evelyn so that she didn't mean anything. No, it did not really retcon Evelyn that she didn't mean all that stuff. She definitely was trying to, like, brainwash a family and, like, killing a lot of people. None of that's changed. The only thing it changed was how that, that Ethan was already dead that entire time and, had been revived by the mold.
Like you do.
Yeah. The DLC, kind of like, that wasn't even technically the original Evelyn. That was, like, the mental imprint of her in the mold world or whatever it was. It was weird.
This is in 7?
8.
8, okay.
She was just some failed but she was some failed experiment. She didn't, I mean, well, I guess to, like, mother the cult leader she was, but to the connection she was still useful as a weapon. If you finish Chronos, you would need to use that sin again. I have no doubt, because that game was annoying. Luna, come in here. There's another cat. Looking for something to get into. What? He's like,
He wants to go in the closet.
the cat's leading Lucky away. Cat? Yes, cat. Cat was it. We've had both cats in here tonight. Come back. Yeah, Luna likes to, like, come in, get attention, then, like, leave and, and be mysterious. Dex just likes to plop herself down. Ugh. Mm. Ugh. Yeah, if you miss Dex, well, there'll be other opportunities. Only tease. Miss Dex because you was watching basketball. The game, bro. The game. You can't just leave the let's see. Anyways. Guess I should get started playing the game. I realized that 44 minutes have already gone by. So, let me get that going real quick. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up all my camera settings. How many hours left did Dart have left in that Chronos game? I don't know. That game felt like it wasn't going to end, so I just got bored with it and stopped. And I don't regret it either. Life is Strange isn't that interesting. It may not be that interesting, but it does make for good stream material because it's very easy to riff on. Probably Resident Evil 3 and bad boss fights. I really hated Nemesis' dog form. It was such a poor man's roll slop. I didn't mind. I don't remember hating that fight because I didn't really find it that difficult once you figure out you just mine the walls. It was kind of shitty they reuse it again later on. It's like a B movie night, exactly. So I'm gonna switch this over. last night we met up with, well, not last night, the other night. Managed to reunite with Chloe, so we're gonna see what happens from there. Chloe, I believe, was still asleep when we started playing it. So let's see how that goes. Get the recording going. Hopefully my camera is actually still working properly. How's everything look, chat? Everything looking smooth? Looks fine? Alright, should be good then. Alright. Music as we wish we were in 80s. Needs more synth pop for that. Weirdly giving Chronos on level that only 7 to 10
So,
quality game can
Max,
achieve.
what's it gonna take to get ready for
I wanted
the
to like it,
strangest
but no,
conversation
didn't work for
of
me.
your life?
Not enough gameplay for the length. Alright.
I don't know what to say to Chloe when she wakes up, but I can guess that I'm checking in with Vin this afternoon will be cold, hungry, and in need of coffee.
And weed, no, girl, she's gonna need weed. Do you even remember your old friend? The Fairmont Street section of Lakeport is currently closed. Diamond. Live here, right? Hmm. Oh shit, God. Hey, what's up, Monty? How you doing?
I wasn't planning on being home this weekend. There's nothing in my fridge but film.
Bro, you fucking live like this?
It's my birthday. Again.
You know, I realize we've never actually met
Chloe's
her
return
parents.
some kind of birthday wish come true? No, that's crazy.
Friend Monty has arrived. Monty's always like a, you always have to notice him when he shows up. And because he's got a different colored name.
I have no idea how to handle the next hour. But this is a start.
One of these days, Max, you need to get over your social anxiety. New edition of Dying Light: The Beast called Restored Land. Wait, no, that was Dying this. It's Dying Light 2 that got a new version of itself, didn't it?
Didn't even notice where we parked
I think.
last night. Better move it. But where did she leave her keys?
Move car.
Hazel's a great agent, and she put so much work into this weekend. I hope she eventually forgives me.
No, you're done. Career over.
If you stay in one place long enough, restaurants learn your birthday. Cute or creepy?
Hard pass. Worry about me too. Then I remember I don't have an actual emotion, and then wait, what was I talking about? You're explaining to your therapist, which is, chat and myself, what you're going through in life.
I bought
And
these
we
in
were
a
about to make a
panic when I
breakthrough.
started teaching. Sometimes great art is the best mentor. Moses collected a few weird artifacts from the merge. He thinks they're fascinating. I think they're horrifying.
Hmm. Sandpaper dildos. Those feel better than you think, actually. As back scratchers.
Maybe if I thaw out my body, my mind will
People
follow.
catch you up on what happened last stream. Max.
I know I'm very anti-fire right
Max
now.
saw
but
or
the place is
experienced the
freezing.
entire school burning down and everyone inside it dying, so she jumped through a photograph back to a week before that happened. And at the same time, Chloe...
Snap back to
reality.
reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah. It is what she did. At the same time, Chloe, who's supposed to be dead in this reality, was, you know, or was in another reality, I guess, having dreams of dying, but somehow wound up in this reality, even though she's dead. And then we met up when, you know, and that Sophie girl from the last game is up to shenanigans. You know, we don't really know enough, but you know what? Time travel shenanigans. We gotta stop everyone from dying in the school. Oh, there's a muffin.
Knowing Chloe, she
I
forgot
swear to God,
eat
my
on
hand
her
is in
way
this.
here. Hey, Chloe. Welcome back from the great beyond. Here's a muffin.
Swear they've done this because of me. Plate the muffin. Nutritious breakfast.
Wakey, wakey.
Don't want to do that autism thing. I gotta go, like, move the car, right? Do you have muffin-related sin in your video? Yeah, I remember there was, like, in the very first game, there's, like, someone who's feeling sad, and they just had a muffin next to them. I'm like, why are you sad? You have a muffin. And people to this day quote that at me for some reason. Same with that baked beans line. Those are my beans. Were we just, like, staring at her while she sleeps? Kind of creepy, Max. Just like the way you sleep, girl. Wouldn't you stare if the person you sacrificed a decade earlier came back to life? But yeah, but not in a creepy way. I'd be more of like a poker to make sure they're real. Can we move it along? Literally, I just got an achievement for watching my guests sleep.
I don't know what to say to Chloe when she wakes up, but I can guess that she will be cold, hungry, and in need of coffee.
I've got that going, right? Food and coffee is prepared.
I have no idea how to handle the next hour, but this is a start.
Did she park next to a fire hydrant? The bitch! God. Park your damn car, Chloe. How do I go out there and, like, take care of this? Like, I can't leave my house.
If I hadn't been there last night, would Loretta be here now? Diamond is worried about Sophie? I haven't heard from either of them in months. And they were off together?
Hmm.
What's going on, Sophie? How do I help you? Moses collected
You're into
a few
40K,
weird
so I stare at my
artifacts from the
mid-painting
merge.
for hours. You know what?
He
Don't call it
thinks they're
mid.
fascinating.
It's your painting.
I think
All it
they're
needs to be good for you.
horrifying. I bought these in a panic when I started teaching. Sometimes
From Moses. Gonna guess, but stay safe. I'm here and now. Like, weren't we afraid that Sophie was gonna, like, do evil
art is
shit
the
and
best
everything?
mentor.
Apparently she's just normal now. Okay, how the hell do I get out of here? Move car. Yeah, I can't leave the house. Yeah, I know I'm trying to find car keys, but I'm running my face along the entire perimeter of the explorable area, and I'm not seeing car keys.
Moses says this telescope is an embarrassment, but it helps me look at birds on the lake just fine.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
She rifled through this before she went upstairs. Maybe she dropped her keys inside. It's not snooping if it's Chloe, right? Chloe's a band manager? In a weekend full of surprises? I guess that's the least surprising. There you are.
Take. Porto Lobos. Wait a minute. Wasn't Porto Lobos where the kids in Life is Strange 2 running off to?
Flannel,
Pretty sure it was.
panties, and artfully ripped tank tops. Classic Chloe. I wanted to ask her 1,000 questions, but she barely had the energy to get upstairs. This design must be Chloe's handiwork.
Get easy. Yeah, there's a Dex's back in the
Her
background
dimples
again.
have gotten a lot more polished ever since. Ever
Since she died.
Flannel, band tees, and artfully ripped tank tops. Classic Chloe. She
Found that
certainly didn't
keychain
stop
at the
by
bar.
because
Oh,
she
yeah,
was in
you're
the
right.
neighborhood.
Hmm.
I wanted to ask her 1,000.
Alright, time for the driving minigame. Mullets mean you're a criminal or comedian. I mean, it can also just mean you're white trash or you don't really care about your hairstyle. There was a time when I had a proto mullet going as a kid.
Somebody did well for herself. How did Max wind up in the world's bougiest log cabin? What the?
Hmm.
That was the girl at the bar last night. Max thinks her name is Sophie?
Drummer for Pillow died today. They're
Oh,
mostly known in the West for doing
she's
FLCL
awake.
soundtrack. Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about. I think they're still,
What's the
active too
connection
in
with
making
this
music.
Sophie
Though their
person
music in the
and
recent
Max?
years hasn't been that great.
This is from that film festival in Boise. 2 days of movies
Hey,
that made me wanna
Kurosaki,
claw
thank you
my
for the-
eyes out, but
Yeah, thank
She
you
never
for
stopped
4
smiling.
months, 54 months of being a tier 1 sub. I don't know why I kept reading that as 5, then 4, and forgot to put them together. Handle more than 2 numerals now.
she told me to take the bed and then pretended to go downstairs. But when I peeked later on, she was definitely still watching me.
75 months, that's
What?
54 months
Did she
on
not
my
have
chat,
enough
but hey, I'll believe
artsy
you.
hipster
'Cause
cred
you've been around for
already?
quite a while.
Tweecore, acoustic chill,
Tweecore?
and lots of indie rock. Classic.
Okay, what
Max.
is tweecore? For those of you musically inclined, I've never heard of this subgenre.
It's been years. What has she been up to? Her life is so full now. This place is so beautiful. It makes me want to throw up. If Max was gonna try and replace me with someone, I'm glad it was a dog.
Get that dog in you, girl.
Is she moving out of her urban decay phase? What's next in them? Now she can talk about f-stops and shutter speeds to her heart's content.
She has a real career, and I'm just like a fucking band manager.
At least I still get a spot on the life mosaic. Max knows the woman from the lighthouse? And her name is also Sophie? What the hell?
You know, Ashley Birch only ever voiced Chloe for one game, chat. And that was the first one.
Max has a whole new life here. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
Yeah, why did you come? Just because of the dreams? You're gonna need more than that, I think.
Not bad for a girl who never finished high school.
Wait, Max didn't finish high school?
Wait, is it Saturday? I showed up on Max's birthday. But why is she here and not on this trip?
Ashley Birch returned to play Chloe in the DLC for before the storm had DLC. I didn't even realize what was the DLC for Before the Storm?
I've been avoiding mirrors for days. I probably look as crazy as I sound.
News to me. Life is Yuri. Well,
Come
not
on.
every main character is a
It'll
woman,
be
so
okay.
they couldn't just make it all about lesbians.
It's Max.
She still drives like a teenager. Some things never...
Trying to steal my truck?
No, you parked in front of a fire hydrant, asshole.
Just joyriding it to a parking space.
How long has it been?
A year? A decade? I'm not really sure anymore.
How are you here?
Chloe, how are you here right now?
I drove? Not really the question I was expecting.
You're supposed to be
And before
dead.
you say anything, I know. I should have called first. I just figured I'd know what the fuck to say when I was looking at you.
Okay. The floor is yours.
They don't know how to make a Life is Strange game set in space? Nope. Some sequences you can pick choices for both Max and Chloe, shaping the direction of their relationship.
Lately, I keep getting these... I don't know.
Having these dreams lately.
Visions. It's been happening
Easy
for a
there,
minute,
Sora.
but they're getting worse. It seemed like maybe some time fuckery took place, so I figured I'd come ask the time fucker herself.
What kind of visions?
Nightmares.
A tumble dryer of madness? It's like an acid trip.
You know,
Except I didn't
probably
even get to
best
take
to use
acid.
terms that, Max would understand, and I don't think she's ever done
And
acid,
lately,
despite being a
I
college,
keep seeing this
graduate.
dark-haired woman, who just so happens to be on your photo wall. Who's Sophie?
What is happening?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand what is happening right now.
Me too, Max. Glad we're on the same page here.
Sophie and I were friends once.
And who's the friend on your dresser? Your second friend named Sophie?
This is gonna sound crazy, but it's the same person. Sophie can shapeshift.
Technically, she can't. She just alters your perception of her.
So this place is... what? Like some freaky
You can
power
say it. It's
academy?
like a ripoff of
No,
X-Men, Chloe.
not at all.
I know you're
It's a
thinking it.
coincidence, as far as I know.
Never a dull fucking moment with you.
They ever
Any
establish
idea
how
why
these
your
people get
friend
their
is in my
powers? Nope.
dreamscape? Or is that a coincidence?
I don't think there
too?
is anything to establish. They just do.
I'm not sure.
Life
What
is
else
strange,
do
you know.
see in your visions besides her?
Me? Dying on the Blackwell bathroom floor. I know it's not real, but it feels so... And when I met your friend last night, she looked at me like she'd seen a ghost.
About that.
I know you saved me, but I'm starting to wonder if... maybe you didn't.
It depends on which ending the player chose, you know.
Did I die?
I saved you. Then, when the storm came, you asked me to go back and undo it. You saved Arcadia Bay. When you died,
You know, the more interesting
a
ending.
decade ago.
What happened?
I should be dead. Why am I not dead? Am I a ghost?
Of course not.
We should have told her
Well, I'm
she
not
was
a
going to need
fucking
some
living
pot before we
person,
told her
much
that.
is clear. Hold on.
This is a game where the
remember
speedster
everything
rescues
that
everyone in the
happened
mansion.
after
If only.
We spent years on the road together. Didn't we?
I spent years on the road. But I was alone. I know this is weird, but what if your memories are what would have happened if you lived? Or what did happen, just to some other version of us?
Pretty meta, you know. Have you seen any Marvel movies
Talk to
recently?
me. How are you feeling?
Yeah, she should be. There's this thing called a multiverse. I kind of fucked that up too a year ago.
I
Challenger Demon
feel
handles
like
like
my
a shopping
brain
cart.
is discovering whole new ways to be insane. I might not be good company right now.
I thought I'd never see you again. Be as crazy as you want.
You know, you're actually pretty toned down from how
I'm
you
not
used to
going
be.
anywhere.
But what the hell happened? How am I here right now?
At least she's self-aware.
Let's back up. When did the visions start? Was it just before Christmas?
How did you know that?
Because last December, my friend Sophie lost control of her powers. She had sort of a mental breakdown.
You break reality.
Breakdown? As in, she broke the foundations of space and time?
As one does.
Well, she had help. For a while, there were two separate realities. One where Sophie was alive, one where she was dead. I managed to merge them back together.
This must be way less of an interesting
I merged
conversation
more
if
than
you just
that?
had these two, like, you know, if you
It's
chose the,
only a
like,
theory.
Chloe Liv ending, and they
You should
dated.
talk to my friend Moses. He's been studying my powers. He'll want to hear about your visions.
This is so strange. I have this brain full of memories of our time on the road together, but it's not even us.
We lost Sophie, yes. You know,
That's
what a devastating
incredible.
loss that truly was.
What was it like?
Ups and downs.
We had a lot of good years together. Then, my memory's fuzzy, but you were depressed, guilty about Arcadia Bay.
Can't imagine. Having one death on my conscience was bad enough.
So wait. Even the week we spent together in
Why
high
couldn't we have
school
brought
didn't
the
happen.
sad Max over from
I
the
was
other
already
dimension?
dead.
I guess not.
Oh, this is great. My best friend abandoned
Chloe doesn't seem phased by her mom. Yeah, this means she could go meet her mom.
That week, at the junkyard, on the train tracks, it was the best and worst week of my life. I'm so glad you remember it too.
Yeah. But who the hell did it happen to? Not me. I feel so weird. There's so much I don't know, and half of what I do know isn't real.
Well, maybe I can catch you up.
Remember when you shot yourself? Yeah, and all the other dumb shit that happened? Like when you get your foot caught in the train tracks? How was the funeral? How was my mom?
How did my mom take it?
About how
Heard they're doing
you'd
a sequel to
expect.
Lord of the Rings movies? Yes, and one of them is
David
being
was there
written
for
by
her.
Colbert,
But
actually.
he was a mess too.
He became a
That
hippie and
guy
lives in the desert.
contains multitudes. Remember when we visited him at that hippie
Contain?
camp?
Did you?
God
That does
damn it,
not
never
sound like a
mind.
line Chloe would say.
I'm sorry, Chloe. What can I do?
Max, I don't need you to do anything. I'm not some problem for you to solve.
But I want to. I gotta fix you.
Professor Caulfield, it's security.
What are you doing? Don't answer.
We're adults. We don't need to hide from the security guard anymore.
Max, 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 Max.
Good morning, Professor. Are you expecting a prospective graduate student this weekend?
Am I... Yes. Sorry. Was I supposed to clear it with you? I'm still learning the ropes.
Taking this a lot better than I was expecting. I mean, she has
No
that
problem.
experience of
I'll get her
time
in the
travel
system.
shit before.
But tell her to behave herself. She's already been in one altercation since arriving in Lakeport.
Then again, she took that pretty well too. Don't worry about her.
Thanks for the warning, Noelle, but she's perfectly safe.
Due respect, ma'am, but it's my job to determine that.
Well, if that's everything, I should get back to my dark room.
Have a good weekend.
You know, for a security guard with a nose ring, she's awfully uptight.
You're the worst. Did you get in a fight last night?
You shove one townie and suddenly you're a danger to the school. So, catch me up on you. What did
Kind of funny
Max
that she's meant to be a
Caulfield do
teacher.
after she
Actually, we
saved
did
the
teach a
town?
class in the earlier in this game.
Ran away from it as fast as I could. Your mom gave me your truck. I went to all the places you and Rachel had wanted to go.
I was haunted. I was empty. And I was haunted.
I went through towns like a ghost. Just looking for empty buildings so I could haunt
Pop
them
would
with my
100% see
camera.
Chloe in that window. Maybe she's hard, nearsighted. I don't
At
know.
some point,
It was frosted, all right?
accidentally became a semi-famous photographer. Last year, I came here as a visiting artist, and
And here's in
now
the
I'm a
door.
teacher.
I mean, hardly matters at that point.
And you've been here for what? A year? Make any friends? Date any babes?
I did get close to someone. You'd like her. She's a bartender in town.
What? The girl with the Princess Leia buns? I met her. She's cute. So what happened?
She had issues with my powers. It wasn't her fault.
Yeah, but then she forgot all about them.
I'm a lot to handle.
Pretty handy.
Not that I wasn't happy to do it, but want to tell me why I saved your ass from a demolition site?
Only if you're ready for more time fuckery. If I don't do something to stop it, the whole school will be on fire by tomorrow night.
Okay, so what does future Max think caused it?
It's awesome.
I think it was deliberate. Someone wants
Every
to
building
burn down
shows
that
window
house.
buildings. Every
Or maybe they wanna
window
burn
shows
the whole
buildings outside.
school.
It's
I
mainly
don't know.
nature outside.
My friends, my students, they're in danger. And right now, I don't know enough to do anything about it.
And you're sure you want to do
They actually
something?
mocap this game, not
Not
the
worried
faces.
about
Those are not
causing a
mocap.
storm?
Those are all
I'm
algorithmically
terrified of it.
animated.
But I understand my powers better now. And I can't just sit back when I have a chance to save everyone. That house belongs to Abraxas, Caledon's secret society. And our president has a weird interest in it. I have questions for both.
Do you want to mention how there's like a
That
devil
Moses guy
cult
you
underneath
mentioned.
of it that you
You
found?
think he'd be willing to meet with me?
I think he'd give his favorite telescope to meet with you. He should be in his office now. I'll take you.
Hey, how are you feeling about me being here?
You like better the blue
with all
hair?
this
Fight me. You like the blue hair
going
girls, do
on?
you, Jim? I'm delighted.
I didn't know I could feel this happy.
This will probably be the last Life is Strange
You
game, so
invented
why
a
wouldn't I
whole
be
new
happy?
emotion for me.
Wow. You're welcome.
Your visions, the fire. We'll figure it all out. I'm just so glad you're here.
Well,
Are they going to do anything with that girl who also seemed to be showing powers at the end of the last game who had a
I guess
nosebleed
I'll stick around.
that Safi found? Is that another plot point they're dropping? We romancing Chloe this time around? I don't know. We'll see. Don't worry. We'll get back to Mystery of the Druids Orchestra.
Dude, is that what I think it is? You assholes have your own observatory?
That's actually not that uncommon on a college campus, you know.
Okay. I know we have a fire and an existential crisis to solve, but
Imagine Max telling Chloe she euthanized her in one of those realities. Yeah, she didn't mention that one.
Earth to Max. You good?
Finish with baby.
Sorry.
Hey, Stripe, how you doing, man? Baby
I just
sister
still
after
can't
one
believe
sitting.
it.
Anytime Chloe and Max are on screen, it's fun, but yeah, the game has major problems. I mean, better than the last couple Life is Strange games, I'll be honest.
If I'm gonna feel okay about being here with everything you have going on, I don't want to be weighing you down.
You're not.
Good.
Square has their way in
Then
these
let's
games.
split
No,
up.
Square Enix right now
I'll
is
go up to the
very
Science Palace
shy
and
of
meet your
releasing
friend
anything
while you go
that
focus
won't
on
make
the
them money.
firefuckers.
And I don't think Life is Strange makes them money anymore. Wait, you're right.
I hate it, but you're right.
It's my curse. Go. Get some answers. I'll call you soon.
Chloe!
I'm okay, you goober. Now go.
Yeah, I just dropped the frame rate.
Good luck.
Max
She
is
must
head
have
over
come
heels
looking
for her.
me.
I mean,
And I wasn't here.
you can make her
She
that
thought
way, but I
love
just
is
mad
the
them play as
thing.
friends.
And she... But I'm here now. And this time, I will make sure nothing happens to her.
What the fuck happened to the frame rate? This game is not exactly well optimized. That's what happened. I'm also noticing they dropped the idea of episodes. It's just one game now. Or like, well, it's always been one game, but there's no episode again to it.
Chloe at the moment. But if I want her to remain alive, I need to start finding answers now. Where can I dig up more information on Abraxas? Maybe I can find someone to help me.
Is it just me, or is Chloe like copying James Sunderland's style from Silent Hill 2? Chloe, have you played Silent Hill? Really? The main character in that, just like me, killed the person they love. Can I look at my text messages, please? Send up. No, actually, just walked away from me. I haven't even made up the stairs yet. To be fair, I'm not sure the staircase has an. Okay. Find Mount Science. I'm heading in. Wrong. There are more stairs. Fuck my life. Green jacket with long life. Yup. It's just a very very James Guy looking jacket.
Ugh, the Caledon rebrand is beginning. When a slogan feels like a personal attack.
Look, Max,
Can I put my
enrollment is
international
down. What do you want me to do
photography
about
award
it?
in here? Maybe we get Owen to take me seriously. Abraxas is really going to war with the administration.
Just redeem
Not
stream
sure
energy. No
who's
drink,
winning.
so I'll pretend one. There you go. Slurp, slurp. By the way, I mentioned it earlier, Chet. How would you guys feel about a stream of me playing Elden Ring, Skyrim, but with a fuck ton of mods? Because I'm putting together a mod list that I might use. Mainly because I saw a Dagether like mod that is apparently very good right now. We can basically turn that entire game into one gigantic meme at this point.
Learning through osmosis.
Like
Not a
I can have them be
well-respected
speaking
field,
brain
but
rot,
the early
have
research
Dagether
promising.
being meta. All the good shit. Hell to the fuck yeah. People people seem down. I'll continue putting together my mod list.
I hope Loretta learned something from her.
What kind of
brush with
mods?
disaster
That
last
basically
night.
mods that will make it a more
But I
entertaining
doubt it.
experience than it normally would be.
Good morning.
God, you're weird, lady.
Okay? Promise is a promise.
What happened last night was terrifying. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Thank you.
Sustained
How are
chat with the
you doing?
memes. That is what you
Question
require, isn't
one.
it, chat?
What is your connection to the Abraxas Society?
I don't have one. Some of my students are members, but I'm not.
Then why were you in
Cthulhu
their
mods or
basement
no?
last night?
Wait, they have Cthulhu mods for Skyrim?
Our new president has a lot of plans for Caledon. It appears that Abraxas is standing in the way of those plans.
Question 2. Should students be concerned about an unchecked secret society running...
Loretta. My turn. How are you doing?
You shouldn't play it. It installs a malicious software in your computer known as Skyrim. I know, right?
Honestly.
Think of all the money
I
you're
knew
making,
how
Todd
big
Howard,
exposure
and it's
if
not
I
even
understood
Bitcoin
what
money.
happened last night.
Not become Geik. No, I'll become an Inwa.
I respect the need for closure and for answers.
But I already have the the malicious software on my computer, so I own it.
Swear, Max. There's something
Crazy.
weird
A
about
game like this has awful frame rates. Games like this
Abraxas is
also
hiding
always
something.
run like ass. because they're poorly
Nobody's
optimized.
been able to take them on.
Yeah, it's not
ever.
doing much or looking like
Hell
anything
on
special,
Fire has
but
been
doesn't
publishing
matter.
it
It's
for
still put
60
together
years.
badly. It will run
You know
badly.
what's in their archives? Puff pieces on how Abraxas throws the best parties. I've searched Abraxas and
I think the less and
every
less
other
younger people
creepy
play
occult
single
word I can
player
think of.
games might be partially because it takes now a
Nothing
studio
of
leap. There's
substance.
several reasons why games in general are suffering.
I'll make you a deal.
Part of it is because, yeah, it takes
In
forever to
lieu of
make a
more
game now.
clothing, how about
And also
I find
games
you
are, a
some
lot of them are
research
multiplayer
terms?
only, so you have to play them with
Then
your
you can
friends,
help
and then they
with
die off very
research.
quickly. They don't succeed. And it's just that a lot of the talent that made a
consider it.
lot of the best games no longer work in the industry because the industry fucking sucks right now to work in, by all accounts. Making games is a miserable
Abraxas
experience
has
these
a lot of
days.
secrets.
So they're
It's
losing
time
talent at
somebody
making them.
cracked them.
And I gotta be honest, there has been the amount of really good games has dropped to be fewer and fewer each year. That's why you're seeing more and more remakes and everything else, is because, you know what? Original ideas, that takes talent, and that's something that we seem to be lacking in these days. Help Loretta find search terms. Wait, what? Search terms?
So, what do we know?
Nothing. We need to keep digging.
I'll be right back.
You think there's a second video game crash? I don't think there'll be a video game crash in the same way the original one happened in the 80s. That was a very different thing. That was because the hardware was limited and you could only do certain types of games, and also there was no quality control. So any type of game, basically every game that was at least successful got cloned into the several different versions of the same thing and worsening quality, which led to lack of consumer confidence, and just, you know, no one wanted to play them anymore. But that also, the video game crash also famously only kind of happened in America. Like in Europe, that didn't, like in Britain, that didn't happen. They just kept playing Commodore 64 games. And in Japan, it didn't happen either. So it's really only in one area that the video game crash even happened. So I don't think we'll be seeing that. I think we'll be seeing fewer games. It's hard to like predict this, to be honest. It's something I'm very interested in, trying to put as much thought into as I can because it matters to me. I think we're going to see more and more AAA studios just completely lose touch with their audience as they continue to chase multiplayer-only affairs that just become forever games, because that's what they all want these days. They don't want to they don't have any belief or like faith in single-player-only experiences. All the shareholders want is the game that prints money indefinitely for several years, and that's an always online multiplayer experience in some degree. But those are failing left and right because you can't really have that many of them and be successful. People only have so much time for so many games like that. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to see more and more studios and publishers get bought up by foreign companies or even US companies and get turned hollow and turned inside out by lack of originality. I do think we're in for at least another good 3 to 4 years of just unoriginal slop before we actually come out of it. Or who knows, maybe we won't. But I think the indie game scene will continue to grow stronger because that's where people seem to be having fun actually making games right now, not in the AAA space. So I would say if you're really focused on video games, indie's your best bet at this point.
Did someone vandalize this plaque? Or are they trying to add to Gretchen's list of accomplishments?
And the AA space, that's where we got things, excuse me, Expedition 33, which that's the reason why that took everyone, swept the Game Awards, and it's not because it's the greatest game ever made.
If a bunch of rowdy Abraxans start building a bonfire, it could get bad fast.
So no, I don't think we'll have a video game crash. But that being said, with hardware becoming more expensive, people are not going to be... I need to learn how to structure my arguments properly. Here's my predictions for the video game industry right now. You will not see a PS6 anytime soon. That's just not going to be happening because they'll have to charge probably $800 to $1,000 for a PS6. Even a digital-only version. So expect to be playing on your PlayStation 5 for a while now because the cost of actual components to make one probably isn't feasible. So that's probably going to be delayed. You're also going to see fewer and fewer AAA games every year. This year has already been completely hollow in terms of releases. Been very few. Usually would have had a couple more by now. Because it takes longer and longer to make games. So AAA experiences will become more and more rare, and more of them will be multiplayer. And then if you don't play those, you won't even notice them. And yeah, you're probably gonna see more AI slop too. Also, more and more remakes. You're gonna see more remakes for your single player games. That is. That's the only thing they trust in when it comes to single player now. Can I read that?
always thought Abraxas was creepy.
What up? Hey, Killmonger, how you doing?
At least it's the least creepy rooster reptile hybrid.
Removing the modes and selling them back to you. Even the weird successes of Asterix. Fortnite made $6 billion last year. That's the thing. Even if you were successful at making a game like this, it doesn't provide you any job security. Epic just like fired like over 1,000 people, despite all the money they made off Fortnite. So, if you're in the AAA space, what do you do? Even if you succeed, you're still possibly losing your job.
Vin adores Jack Parsons. I wonder if it's an Abraxas thing or a Vin thing.
Metacritic give this an 885. I'd call it the second best live. So far, yeah, I'd say so too. That's just because they add the time travel stuff into it again, and that actually gives you some proper gameplay. Alright, I think I found all your stuff, lady.
Having a journalism major on the case is coming in handy. Having a journalism major on the case is coming
This game
in
feels like,
handy.
no, this game's alright. It's still fun to make fun of it, though. But then again, I like the first game, and I love making fun of that game.
Try Jack Parsons. One article. Already read this one. I told you. Puff pieces.
When I heard about Diamond,
I know. That's when I really started digging into Abraxas.
Can you try Bonfire?
Crimson Desert people, upon getting called out for using AI generate stuff instead of apologizing, what we were hoping you would notice. Well, I know their excuse was that they had used it early on in development to get a visual idea of what their game would look like, and then just forgot to take them out.
do they have an annual bonfire?
Which I can buy,
They misspelled Abraxas.
because they knew
Amateurs.
people would not like it if they noticed AI
It's
in
a
it.
student newspaper. You're all amateurs.
Excuse you.
Look for Gretchen Kostov.
The founder of the newspaper? There's gonna be a lot. Okay. Several articles written by her. A few reviews of her films, and... Huh.
The Abraxas Society wasn't always the Abraxas
Chat,
Society.
got a question for you. Since
Seems
we're
like the
probably getting
occultist
Grand
stuff
Theft Auto
was there
6
from the
this year,
beginning.
how many of you expect to be alive when Grand Theft Auto 7 comes out?
So, what do we know?
That Abraxas has been getting away with mayhem for decades.
Or at the very least, maybe
They
you'll
could
be living
do
in the old
anything to
folks' home.
anyone, and we'd never know.
That's the future of the gaming industry.
But the party wasn't on just any day. Is there something special about this
The games you want to play, you will be waiting a
I'll be
very
right
long
back.
time for them. Be happy you got to live to see 6. Think of all the people that played Skyrim when it came out and like, man, I can't wait for the next one. And y'all are no longer with us. She still needs more search terms, huh? I read this one.
Maybon, that's it. But what is it?
Am I really doing a library quest right now?
I always thought Abraxas was creepy. But at least it's the least creepy rooster reptile hybrid.
Why wait for GTA 7 when you can just do it in real life? I mean, there you go. No reason to wait, just become a criminal.
A harvest festival? Perfect place to light a bonfire.
think most of us will be alive, but yeah, the things will have changed so much. If it's another 10-year wait for it, or wait, how long was it? How long has it been since GTA 5 came out? It's been 10 years, right?
Having a journalism major on the case is coming in
13
handy.
years. So that it's reasonable to expect even longer wait for the next one.
Okay, try Maybon.
Oh, here we go. A masked Maybon party?
Wait, what?
And look, it's the same weekend as the other article. They must be prepping for another one tonight.
Getting some eyes wide shut stuff up in here.
This is what we need. I just have to get my hands on a mask, and I could go anywhere, talk to anyone. Max?
Sorry, indigestion.
There won't be a party. We need to talk to Vin and shut it down.
Hold on. Think about this.
Well, the Rockstar devs
I'll post
stated it
one of
would
my
have been out in
podcasts
2021
tonight,
or
and we'll go and
2022
ask
had they not
people.
been forced to keep it on the
Spill the
weaker
guts.
Xbox.
No way.
Couldn't figure out how to
It's too
keep the
risky.
detail and crowd density without the
Risky
console shitting
how?
itself.
You're still not
Makes
telling
sense.
me something.
But I don't believe them that it would have been out in 21 or 22.
I told the police I was in that basement alone. Now you're stonewalling me?
Someone anonymously.
Because they were deep in the development of Red Dead Redemption 2 at that time, yeah. They'd only finished that up. And that had been their entire studio focused on that.
That's the truth.
I knew there was something. Max, this party is how we find the truth. I'm out
We
of
might all be
leads.
jars and yeah. The only hope
President
for
Tyler,
gaming
you
chat
have
is
my
if we get that
request for a
sci-fi
copy.
shit where we have to
Reggie
we
says
can
I'm
deep
crazy.
dive into video games using brain
Tonight is
jacks.
my last chance.
If we don't get that within the next 10 years, this is done as a hobby.
I have a responsibility.
There's a
to try
prediction
and
for you.
Stop the party. But Abraxas has ways of getting around the authorities, so I
Kind
don't know
of,
how
when
much
you
good
think
it'll
about it,
do.
we actually have kind of reached the limitation
know
of
you
current
want
gaming,
answers.
the ability of what you can do with it.
Also know that if you go
Because it
to
hasn't
the
it hasn't
Abraxas
really
house
pushed itself
tonight,
forward for a while. Maybe that's what we
putting
need to shake things
yourself
up.
in danger.
That's what I think.
Again.
That's actually what literally
Promise
Gaben
you won't
of
do that.
Valve thinks gaming is headed toward, and is even developing a company to
promise.
work on brain implants for that.
I will try to find the
Maybe that's what
truth
we need.
and not do anything stupid in the process.
Redemption 2 came out in 2018. That finished production.
It's the
Yeah,
best
but
I can do.
that if the idea that they could have quick gone from like Red Dead Redemption 2 and made GTA 6
I could
in just like
rewind and
3
make
years for
Loretta forget the
2021,
party is even
no way in
happening.
hell.
But is that a step too far?
You want a holodeck from Star? I never understood how the holodeck worked, because that shit made like physical things that you could touch. That was like a god in the form of a computer creating reality around you, but they called it a hologram. All right, stop the Maben party. Take 6 to 8 years between games, if only. It's getting longer. Remember when like the PlayStation 2 had 3 GTA games? Along with a bunch of other games that company made? Even with Brain, yeah, even if you got Brain VR, you'll still just end up playing Minecraft.
I've got to try to stop this Maybon party before it gets out of hand.
I don't think Vin has let all of his recent success get to his head. But it's hard to tell with him.
Hmm. GTA 5 has had 3 PlayStation releases. Pretty much.
Vin's moved up in the world since his administrative assistant days. I'm guessing the university wouldn't pay for a new nameplate, so he made one himself. Classic Vin.
Love you, Vinster. Vinny. What?
I can't believe Vin saddled his hedgehog with his own totally not embarrassing middle name. I need to talk to Vin about Mabon. But can I trust him to be honest with me about it?
Can't read that.
What the hell? You towed my car?
You mispronounced. Thank you for saving my job, Vin. I owe you several drinks. Owen is furious that the demolition was held up. What do you think would happen if you found out you were there? Why were you there?
Something's up with that house.
There's
Even
something
Max's thoughts are
strange
corny. I
about
kind of like that they actually
center
lean into how
around the
corny she
Abraxas
is.
house, and I think you know what it is.
Max, I don't have time for your sleuthing. Owen needs my help. The board is asking questions, and there goes my Saturday.
What has he
It
gotten
does make her,
into?
you admit, it makes her memorable that she is just that lame.
The Abraxas house was irreparably damaged by the storm.
Didn't look that bad to me.
And Owen's Caledon 2.0 plans hinge on the future site of the Scientific Institute for Caledon. Unfortunately abbreviated, SICK.
Sick, bruh.
I know he's a dick. But
Speaking of Red Dead, Arthur Morgan's actor showed up at an independent wrestling event in full Arthur
And he's got the
costume and hit a
backing.
stone cold stunner, huh?
So
You know what? I'm glad he's having
the
fun
house
with
is
it.
coming down.
Danger. It's illegal.
I saw the stay of demolition. According to the court, the house is staying right there.
And yet, come down it must. Either now, due to a miscommunication with the demolition company, or later, due to an expensive legal battle.
You had to live in the head of any of us. Who
I
would you
don't
pick? Live in
understand.
your head?
You're
None of
the
you.
president of Abraxas. Doesn't this bother you?
Of course it does. I want to keep Caledon weird.
I ain't gonna be part of your
And
hentai
I wanna
fantasy,
keep Abraxas
fantasies,
House
all right?
in all of its haunted glory. But this is happening. All I can do is advocate. For Abraxas, you, and the arts in general,
What if I'm already in your head? I mean, you have a version of me there, yes, but
now,
I don't want to know what you're doing to it.
take my word for it? Or are you
My
gonna keep
Bitcoin is at
asking me
stake. I would
questions
gladly
I
get rid of the
can't
Bitcoin to
answer?
avoid such a fate. Because I'm sure none of you would want to live in mine. Can I speak to Owen? Stop the Maven party.
Vin, you have to cancel the Mabon party.
He did. I told Reggie there wasn't a good backup spot to build a bonfire. It's canceled as of last.
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, about these messages.
They'll have to wait.
Vin looked like he wanted to chase Owen out of the room.
I want to chase him out of the room because he's running at 3 frames per second in the background.
I should rewind and convince Vin to leave when Owen does.
Hmm. Your mind is only an obstacle.
What the hell?
You know, they don't do
You
this
towed my
time travel
car?
stuff nearly as well as they did in the first game. She should not be so surprised
Thank
about
you for
her
saving my
car
job,
being
Vin,
towed
and
now
I
since
owe
she already
you
knows
several
about it.
drinks. Owen
Said they just played through the
furious
same, like,
that the
voice line and
demolition was still
animation again.
What do you think would happen if you found out you were there? Why were you there?
Which I believe the first game didn't bother doing. What do you know?
I think it's my turn to ask the questions.
What's up, Mishu? How you doing, man? Calling to be real,
Time
yes.
for your sleuthing. Owen needs my help. The board is asking questions.
How you been, man? Welcome back.
There goes my Saturday.
What has he gotten you mixed up in?
I think at some point people are still going to get people will get brain implants once they're actually safe and actually useful. Right now, there's no good reason to, and you might die from it.
And Owen's Caledon 2.0 plans hinge on the future site.
Is there an explanation for why people don't notice Max teleporting?
Unfortunately abbreviated.
Not a good one. I think at the beginning of the game there was something like that. I mean, they mentioned there's already a thing like called power, like storm amnesia, where people even forget Max has powers.
An ambitious leader.
But no, there's no good reason for
and
why
he's got
people
the
don't notice
backing
it.
of the board. So, the house is coming down.
Loretta was in the house last night. Owen's recklessness could have gotten her killed.
Owen fast-tracked a planned demolition. Loretta was creeping around a condemned building in the middle of the night. Who's reckless here?
I
Playing
don't
Sea of Thieves with a wife.
understand.
Hey,
You were the president
I'd eat
of
some
Abraxas.
Bulldog spicy
Doesn't
ramen,
this
then gonna
bother
jump
you?
back into the seas, huh?
Of course.
I
it
forgot about that
does.
game. I played it one time.
I want to keep Caledon weird. And I want to keep the Abraxas house in all of its haunted glory. But this is happening. All I can do is advocate.
Elon, yeah, I wouldn't let Elon Musk put a brain in my head.
You?
Have you seen that motherfucker's
Arts in
hairstyle
general, I'm
and facial hair?
doing my best. Now, are you going to take my word for it? Or are you going to keep asking me questions that I can't answer?
Owen will want to hear this. Speak to Owen.
If you're working today, does that mean Owen is too?
Locked in there all morning. And no, you can't talk to him. I can't even get in there, and I've got 10 urgent messages for him.
You are a pirate. I know what you're referencing.
If someone wanted
Imagine
to learn
Elon's
more
voice
about
advertising stuff in your
Abraxas,
dreams. Worse, him actually
who
telling
should
you
they
what to
talk
think.
to?
Which he already kind of does with
God.
EOX.
Are you part of Loretta's weird crusade?
Tired of seeing this dude's face? I do like that
I
he's getting
don't
more and
mean
more
Abraxas
hideous, though.
any
That's
harm.
kind of funny.
But I have questions, and I know better than to ask
He
you.
just he's looking like a wax figurine at this moment in time.
Listen, don't bother talking to anyone. The secret society has been secretive since the 90s, but
You're an uncultured swine. That's not
it
true.
wasn't always that way.
Not true at all.
All I'm saying.
You see Musk will see your wet dreams with Neuralink. Possible. Actually, for sure. All right, Owen will want to hear this.
You need help getting Owen's attention? Loretta is planning to release her podcast about the demolition tonight. But maybe if
Stop
Owen gives her the
insulting your
comment
billionaire
she's
god.
after,
He's got feelings
can
too.
reduce
Big
the
feelings
damage.
even. He cries a lot about them.
Holy shit. That will get his attention. And, oh god.
Never has there been a more sensitive billionaire.
Supremely angry. Still. Thank you.
Kick is being a prick for me. What's Raygon? Sorry, Kick's being an issue. Is it not loading up for you or something?
Got it right here.
Anyone else having a problem with the Kick stream?
Sir, I have to speak with you. Immediately.
Not now.
It's new information about that podcast.
Joe Rogan? I
Fine.
finally invited?
Walk with me.
Finally.
That should buy me enough time to search the office.
Time to get fired. Chat isn't working at all for me? You mean on Kick? Weird. If anyone else is having problems with it, let me know.
Where
I mean, there's nothing I can really do if like
when
Kick
the
is having an
world
issue.
needed him to defend the president's office. Sorry, Vin. Managed to talk my way into the president's office. I miss the old days when I just used pipe bombs.
Oh, you never did that. Technically. I mean, I guess she sort of did that to her principal somewhat. Also, Dr. Baby, thank you for the tier 1 gift subscription to Smokey.
Normally I wouldn't suspect Caledon's president of arson. But someone's about to burn down the building he wants to get rid of.
Oh, what's talking something? You're right. Oh, well. Just usually just like, you know, ISP issues. Which typically sort themselves out.
Can I hate something that would make Moses happy? I think I can. Owen could work anywhere he wanted, but he came back to Caledon. I thought that was sweet, before I met him.
Man, he's been to Princeton, Yale, and Harvard. Was he like degree farming or something? I must go to all. So at the point of this game, all I have been right now, we're hoping to like stop this entire school from burning down tomorrow,
That the Abraxas house is badly damaged.
and then everyone dying inside of it.
Anything wrong?
We went to all of them. Yeah, he got that. Must have been like what, 15 years of teaching, of schooling. If he got master's degrees. So I can't even see what his degrees are on the other ones. Just his main one.
Nice, still logged in. Guess I'm due for a lucky break.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant. How can I help you today?
Am I doing AI prompts in the game?
Hell, is that Owen's voice?
Really? You know what? It works. We're talking to an AI in game. Tell Max Caulfield she's a great teacher.
Instructor Caulfield, your class size and inattention to grading have raised questions as to the efficacy of your course.
Wow, even the robot knows that Owen doesn't respect me.
President Teller.
Max
has
is
his
a teacher,
weekly meeting
yes.
Scheduled with Reggie Kagan. Location: Central Quad.
I think she's like the
Wait,
professor of photography
he
or
was
something.
just here.
President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan. Location: Central
I would not
Quad.
trust anyone who uses like the
Wait,
Windows
he
AI
was just here.
to do this stuff on their for setting up their daily schedule or anything like this.
The Abraxas
Immediate red
Society
flag.
was founded in 1962 by Gretchen Kostov. Originally known as the Caledon Women's Equality League, the group is open to all students in good academic standing.
Was worth a shot.
President Teller has his weekly meetings.
God, it's Grok. Well, we didn't have it address anyone. You guys are telling me that they're throwing them under the bus for the Lakeport PD. Listen, we got plenty of words for the idiots who didn't check the basement. Who told them that the demolition had been approved? Who assured me to my face that the core documents were on their way? And it has to be tonight. You know how much shit I'd be in if the cops had found the explosives? I had to hide them in the dumpster like a fucking mobster. Only took this contract as a favor to Yasmin, but we're done. Told my guys to pull the equipment, find someone else to do your dirty work. Get your fancy team of lawyers ready, asshole.
Owen's trying to seem more likable, so he outsources the job to a chatbot. This fucking guy.
Fucking guy. Downloaded your desktop this morning, as I said. Have some concerns about using your voice. I know you're attempting to address the unlikable and unrelatable accusations. Even with more boundary conditions, a user could get you to say stuff just about anything. I'm sure you can imagine potential downsides of PR nightmares. All right, let's discuss your previous message of the call with the board. It's just we get head on straight before then, Yasmin. Okay.
Hi, I'm
You're not
Callie.
gonna make it do something. Nope.
President
Release a
Teller
new
has his
episode
weekly
of To
meeting
Dispatch. Would you
scheduled
look
with
forward to it?
Reggie
Yeah,
Kagan,
that's a good game.
location,
Still need to
Central
send the first one,
Park.
actually.
Wait,
Uh,
he was just here.
Okay. Don't see anything else.
Breaking into his own files? That weird email to Yasmin? That wasn't Owen just now. Holy shit. Sophie. What was
Ooh.
she doing in Owen's office? She asked Vin to get a file for her. She's up to something. Oh no.
Max? Are you like...
Where I'm gonna do that thing like in Home Alone where I make a robot, or actually like fake person, say something.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant.
Sophie the
How can I help you
baddie, she's
today?
the lady from the last game that had powers as well. Tell Vin to take the day off. Get a package from the mailroom.
in there? Owen just said he'd been trying to break in... President Teller's off. Sir?
Vin, I just received a package. Please retrieve it from the mailroom.
Sir, it's the weekend. The mailroom is closed today.
Shit.
Mailrooms are designed for a dissemination and distribution of letters and packages. The U.S. Postal Service was founded by Benjamin Franklin in 1775.
What the hell?
Fuck it. I'm coming in.
Just rewind. You know, why do they even make it feel like there's something tense happening when I know it's gonna rewind? Someone needs to talk in the library.
Owen just said he'd been trying to break into his office? I told him he's crazy. But he insisted I check, so...
So if Sophie was here now, did she log into Owen's computer? I guess he left it open for her too.
Vin, please meet me in the library. We need to discuss tech and corporate synergies.
Sure. I'll see you there.
Does it reset her back to a state where she'd know Max always retains her memories and also her position wherever she rewinds to? It's everyone else around her that has no memory of what had already occurred.
You want to play cat and mouse, Sophie? Let's play.
Badass. AI isn't helpful for anything. It doesn't really do anything you can't do on your own or with other tools already out there, is what I would call about it.
Sophie could be
Or say about it, I
anywhere
mean.
by now. Knowing her, she probably stuck around to watch me squirm.
To make an AI of himself. I mean, anyone can clone my voice. There's plenty of audio out there of me. If you wanted to, you could. Some people think I already sound like one.
I need your assurance that our understanding still holds. This isn't just about Abraxas's future, Reggie. It's about yours, too.
Max, hey, I needed to ask you about yesterday's assignment. Do you have a minute? Sorry, President Teller, I really need to understand this whole a negative space thing.
Why do I suspect you're not looking to talk photography?
Sorry, I just needed to get out of there.
Are you okay?
It's been a day. Owen's breathing down my neck, up to my ass in angry emails, and now Marlon says I'm acting crazy.
Why would he say that?
When I saw him this morning, he asked if he could borrow something important, And now he's saying he never even saw me.
Is he tall as Max short? Both can be
Probably
true.
just lost it and he doesn't want to admit it. But it's extremely important for reasons that are extremely time sensitive.
Does it have to do with the Maybon party by any chance?
Maybon? What is that?
Reggie, I know the party was officially canceled. It would be a very bad idea to hold it anyway.
I always appreciate your advice, Max.
Shouldn't you be calling me teacher?
That's fine.
Since that's what I am to you.
There's probably a whole stack of them down in the basement.
Like
I just need to get there early.
Professor
So the party is
Caulfield or
still
something?
at the Abraxas house. Good to know.
What was that talk with
Max
you
and Chloe are
about?
bisexual?
Sounded intense.
Max is. I think Chloe's a straight up lesbian.
Just ensuring the success of Caledon 2.0. No pressure.
He said the two of you had an understanding?
Understanding? Who really understands anything these days? What does that word even mean, you know?
Reggie,
He's really good at this conversational thing,
I
isn't
know
he?
there's a lot going on. Just be careful.
I don't understand the word understanding. Was dialogue in an actual video game. What?
That was definitely Reggie. But what about the
Sorry,
rest
what?
of the quad?
Why is there a dude dancing behind
When
us?
Safi was impersonating Owen, she took
That's a
a
perfect timing on that
folder from Vin.
on that message, Donkey
That's
Baby.
my tell. Anyone with a Caledon folder could be Safi. I need to check out each one I find. The man has absolutely no hold on this guy.
Well, he should be doing his fucking job. There's leaves everywhere, and he's not getting paid to dance.
The man has absolutely no hold on this guy.
Like when you're messing around, like if something weird activated, you know? Identify Safi through her folder.
Still no sign of Safi.
Thank you, Dr. Baby, the 250 bits. Alright, isn't there supposed to be a new X-Files coming out in sometime soon? Let's hope that doesn't suck. This is a terrible photograph.
Is it me, or are there more of these gnomes around than there used to be?
Did I just walk into a sitting scene?
Hello?
Hey, hippie. Just checking in.
Have you talked to Moses?
Not yet. He was with a student. I'm just sitting outside the planetarium, trying to imagine what it would be like to go to school here.
Or go to school in general since
If I
you're a
had that kind
dropout.
of money, I'd probably just buy a tour bus.
You are gonna love Moses.
Haven't heard that sound effect in years.
Wish
It
you
gets
could
played
be
every
there
once
for
in a
this
while as a
meeting
bid
with the
message.
Pines.
I don't. This way, we can jump straight into talking shit about you.
Har har. Well, I'm sure he'll have some theories about what's happening with you. He'll probably want to run some tests, too. He can get a little test happy when it comes to powers and timelines.
Like when he puts on the rubber glove and asks you to bend over. It's, like, I'm stopping that joke there.
Hours wondering what it would be like to see you again. But I never expected mad scientist friend hangout.
What did you expect?
Most often, a slam door in my face.
Really? Why?
Well,
It's a reboot continuing from the original with a new cast, whereas two
didn't
new
know it was
agents
you.
reopen the Unsolved Mysteries
I
Department.
didn't have your number in this
All right,
reality.
and I'm assuming that means that the other two
barely
actors,
even
like,
believed
yo,
it was you when
might
you
show up
showed
as, like, yo, at
in
some point in it
person.
then.
Excuses, excuses.
So what I'm hearing is, even though the school's in danger and reality's a mess, this trip is going better than you expected?
Daniel Deadweiler and Himish Patel.
Damn. I guess it is.
I should get back to the search. I'll text you when
That was
I
a
know
great
anything.
conversation we just had.
See you soon.
Could have been a text message, you know.
You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Doctor baby, thank you the 100 bits, man. The Hulu experience. Right, who among you has a folder I
Sophie
can...
knows all the English teachers. If she wanted to blend in, maybe she'd choose one of them? Sophie knows all the English teachers. If she wanted to blend in, maybe she'd choose one of...
Are we sure we want to do this? What if my husband finds out?
I already told my husband. He was excited until I told him he couldn't watch.
Oh, Max, can you give us a moment? We're discussing some plans.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Okay, so they were talking about doing a
My
presentation
husband wanted me to cuck
together.
me with a grandma, but
That
I ain't
makes
letting him.
way more sense than where my mind went.
Oh. I guess this is what they're actually doing. Sad.
Did I hear that right?
I wish my husband was as open-minded as yours. Okay, I'll book us the hotel room.
Try to get one on the top floor. We could get pretty loud.
So, I'll get my hands in it, and you'll tell me if I touch anything sensitive?
Come on, I'm not fragile. Give it to me as hard as you can.
Max has that traumatized 1,000-yard
Not
stare
being
face.
fooled again. Whatever you wind up doing in that hotel is your business, ladies.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Back in the day, we just got comments about beans and shit. Now it's like grandma's fucking.
Of course everyone has the same folder. And only one of them is Sophie.
You know, she might not be here in the courtyard, too. You know, just saying.
Sometimes this sculpture feels like a self-portrait. Not today, though.
Unironically bad, yeah, but the bad is the good part of the game. If that comment makes any sense to you.
Sophie saw my class. Maybe she'd shapeshift as one of my students to mess with me?
A man wrote this? No shit.
Hey, Jeanette. Oh, hey, Max. Fancy seeing you here.
It's gonna be really hard to tell who's a skinwalker right now because every single person here animates like they're a fucking skinwalker.
Were you pleased with the photos you took in class? Definitely. But I wanted to get a few more to choose
You could
from.
shapeshift into anyone.
Reggie if
Who
he
would
wanted to
you
shoot
want to be
together, but he
first? I
said
don't know.
he
If I
has
had that
some
power, I
personal
would find a way
plans.
to make it more useful than just, you know, fulfilling my desire to shapeshift into someone else. This is a game. This is a game in the year 2026.
No, it's
No
a
less.
personal project. I'll leave you to it. See you in class. Max, have you ever... I'm sort of thinking about applying to grad school. For what? Oh. I shouldn't have... Never mind. Wait, Jeanette, I didn't... It's cool, Max. I'll see you in class.
Just kind of sent a bad message there. Like, oh, you're not good enough for that.
Okay, best case scenario, Sophie is fucking with me. Worst case scenario, I broke my student's heart.
I'm a little busy, Max.
Here, let me rewind and fix. Oh, I can't rewind right now? Oh, no, never mind.
Hey, Jeanette. Oh, hey.
Rad school.
I've been meaning to to ask you, have you ever considered applying to grad school for photography?
Yes, actually. I wanted to ask you about it, but I figured if you thought it was a good idea, you would have brought it up.
Why am I partaking in such liberal arts? I am an entertainer. I'm actually part of the liberal arts, division of like sciences and education. But yeah, that's why. And it's a video game. Also, Base, how you doing? Thank you for the raid with 7 viewers too. Hello, Base viewers. How you doing out there? What were you playing tonight?
I only have a GED.
Oof.
You don't need grad school to be a professional photographer, but it certainly
helps, yeah.
Right, you're self-taught.
How did you
I
get the
always
job
forget
at this school with nothing but GED?
Most of the applications require an artist statement, so I've been working on one. Would you mind taking a look?
I'd love to.
Ugh, it sounds really pretentious.
Artist statements are just like that. You're right in the pocket.
I ain't reading all that.
I know it's a long shot, but I really
If
love
you
your
went to
class,
college, if
and
you
some
have,
of
well,
these
I did
programs
not
have
go to
financial
college.
aid,
I'm actually in the
so
same, but I have a high school
You have to
diploma,
lose by applying.
not a GED.
Exactly.
But I kind of already knew what I wanted to do at that point,
Let's
and that
meet
was
at your
entertain
class on
people.
Tuesday. I'll do my own research on
So I
MFA
focused on becoming a
programs, and
novelist
we
at
can
first, and
touch
then I
base.
switched up to let me do this whole
Amazing.
YouTube thing.
Hey,
Playing Dying Light, the first
don't
one.
wait for other people to tell you
What'd you
that
think of
you're
it?
an artist. You are an artist.
I'm so happy. How you
Whether
doing?
they see it
See, you
or
were
not.
watching Base.
Wow. Thanks, Max.
And Vincam, you too.
I'm
Both
so
have been playing
lucky to have
Metroid
you as my
Fusion.
mentor.
That's the Super NES Metroid, isn't it?
Start crying. Don't start crying.
We did a good. Still looking for Safi though. You played before but haven't beaten it. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Someone's fighting the
GBA, yeah, I
power
remember
in a
seeing
weird
it back in the
way.
day.
President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
You have a diploma, you chose the paper. Yes. I chose real power.
Reggie is working really hard to advocate for Abraxas. I don't think this will help.
Gotta mix direct action with institutional pressure. Down with President Teller! Save... Down
You
with
almost didn't get
President
your high school
Teller!
diploma because you're in
Save the
special
Abraxas
education?
house!
Rough times. Cam was a little choppy. That just won my end. For some reason, this game seems to make it more choppy than it normally is. I'm not sure why. If it's too much of an issue, I can turn it on. I can turn it off.
Hell yeah, man.
You might be going back and do some more photo mode in Resident Evil 9. How many photographs have you taken of Leon or the game in general so far?
Save the Abraxas house!
I mean, I ain't gonna stop you. Do what you gotta do.
Save the Abraxas house!
Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change
120 years
yet.
old.
School feels about as stable
Oh hey, I
as
hope you make a
do
good
right
scrapbook from it.
Now. Unsurprisingly, Owen is being a cairn Karen.
Scrapbook, all of them. The horny scrapbook.
Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change yet.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Well, unless you want to help me liaise with the Abraxas Alumni Network, you are. Excuse me.
I can't just push Owen to talk. What if it's the real Owen? I need to rewind and regroup.
Thank you, game, for spelling out exactly what I need to do. Alright, who can go annoy this man properly?
Not a folder to be seen. Good.
Hmm. It gotta be the dancing janitor, right? These characters look like Barbie doll play. I mean, it's weird they actually look better in the first game, despite that being a weaker game graphically. It's just because it was more stylized.
The man has absolutely no hold on this guy.
I just want to point out this man does not have any Bluetooth speakers in his head. He is just going buckle, buckle, wow, wow, buckle, wow, wow, and really getting off to it. It's like I would at least put some headphones on the poor man so he isn't being embarrassed. Vibe to his own tune. I guess he's one of those rare individuals that can just hear the music in their head at all times. Never been to Skid Row? I mean, this man has a job. He ain't from Skid Row. Maybe she'll go bug this dude for me. No.
Is this what being a mentor feels like? I like it. These little gnomes are moving around. So cute.
Find someone to distract Owen. Check out Owen's folder.
Sophie can't have gone far. I need to keep looking.
Never saw a walking simulator that ran at 15 frames per second. In defense of this game, it is not a walking simulator. It does actually have gameplay and failure states. A walking simulator actually would be better at walking as well.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
President Teller's sitting in the quad over there.
I'm surprised you didn't notice him. He's right in front of you.
I can hear you.
I can do something about that. Thanks, lady.
I hope the power of protest is enough to get Owen away from that folder.
Pickle time, huh?
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
It's protesting and no one. It's not a very successful protest.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Defend the students' right to self-govern! Save the Abraxas
What is it now?
Well, this certainly wasn't pulled from the archives. Must be the real Owen.
Don't yell. Well, that was a tremendous waste of time.
Reggie's gonna deal with it. Did you know he was an economics major before he met you and switched to visual arts? What a shame.
You know, this man just does like nothing but stim. Why do you hate the arts?
So you became the president of a liberal arts college, but you hate the arts. What's that about?
Contrary to the graffiti around campus, I'm not a heartless suit. For example, I'm something of a collector of Stieglitz prints.
They tried their best to make like the most pretentious sounding sentence. They came close.
You know, every millionaire I've ever met has a favorite artist that they love to name drop.
You've met many, have you? At your exhibitions and such? Because you rely on their patronage.
I did, before I came to Caledon, where I can build a career without
Had
catering
plenty
to
of
the richest
millionaires
common
buying my
denominator.
Polaroids. Yes.
Your plans to expand the campus are receiving
Guy's a
lot
dick,
of
yes, but he's
pushback.
such an obvious, like,
you had
obviously
any
written
second
dick that I
thoughts?
can't even
Of
think
course
of him
not.
as a dick. He's just
The
poorly
situation
written.
in academia is dire. If we aren't aggressive in securing our future, we
He's
won't
basically
have
a
one.
straw man dick,
If you change
which is a new
Caledon
term
beyond
I'm inventing for all of you. You know about the straw man character trope, right? You build something up so you can easily burn it down because there's no nuance or depth to it.
Better judgment still
That's
have
essentially
majors.
what he is, but like a very dickish version of that. Straw dick.
You really seem to have it out for the Abraxas Society.
Yes. How dare I want to get rid of a damaged building and build some much-needed classroom space.
I have nothing against a new science building, but
Loretta Rice is tenacious in her pursuit of rumor and nonsense. All the more reason to demolish the house and move past the rumors once and for all.
See you.
I'll let you get back to it.
Please.
Please tell me Safi isn't with her mother right now. Or being her mother right now.
Straw dick, Dartigan, scarecock was right there. I've come up with many terms, haven't I? It's one of my, like, things I collect. New terminology that no one else uses but myself.
Safi is shapeshifted as Vin before. And I'll bet she'd love a chance to mess with her mom. Safi is shapeshifted as Vin before. And I'll bet she'd love a chance to mess with her mom.
Max, you're out here. That's great.
Grad school chicken.
Is this an official graduate program performance review?
Officially, no. Unofficially, I could not be prouder or more honored that Vin is the first Regents Chair grant recipient of my tenure.
I never thought I'd make it to college, let alone business school. Caledon's given me so much. And yet, somehow I managed to give it even more in return.
You'll try Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
This grant is set up to foster
Half-Life
the next
Half-Life
generation
1
of
is pretty
Caledon
old at this
musicians.
point. I don't know how much you'll like that unless you do enjoy older games. Half-Life 2 is still great.
Complaining about the new boss to the old boss?
In fact, I've been feeling like playing Half-Life 2 again myself.
I didn't know how good I had it.
Nor does Owen.
That being said, if you want to
Once
play
everything
Half-Life
calms
1 but a
down,
more modern version of it, check out the Black Mesa game. It's basically they take the original Half-Life and put it in the Half-Life 2 engine
People with flattery.
with a few updates here and there.
Still works.
Owen has a lot of big plans for the school. How is the board handling it?
The way they handle everything, by clutching their pearls.
Okay, this plot needs to move now.
And they're all rich
A little bit.
retirees, so they literally wear pearls.
We do. We have a call scheduled this afternoon to hear some updates about his Caledon 2.0 plans. I'm sure it will be as lively as ever.
Reminds you of your shower head came up to your sternum, had to contort myself to watch. Oh yeah, I would not be able to live there. I gotta be able to just stand upright in a shower.
I'll leave you two to catch up.
Enjoy your weekend. The campus is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, go take your next famous photo. preferably of me.
You know, it's
You know, I
surprising to know
always
that dude
support your
isn't
work,
gay, by the
Maxie,
way.
but if you
He's
take
actually
his
like the
portrait
straight
before
romance in the
you
game.
take mine-
Don't listen to her.
Maybe I can use this photo to get to the folder on the table.
Hmm. Don't you? If you take a double exposure, reveals Savi.
Mind if I move that folder? My last shot felt a little cluttered.
Thank you for reminding me. It's yours. That auditing student handed it to me and told me to pass it on if I saw you. Strange girl.
And while we'd love to stay in pose, we really should get
Maybe
ready for the
Black
call.
Mesa. Ha, fat chance.
Pray for us.
You know, one day we'll get Portal 3. Since apparently they are working on Half-Life 3 now. Hey, Pariah, how you doing, man?
That was fun. Meet me at the Turtle for part 2. XOXO. Safi's just fucking with me now. She's not even here.
You know, at the end of the last game, they kind of made it out that Safi was going to be this massive threat,
Safi's been one step ahead of me this whole time.
along with that girl she teamed up with.
Hopefully now
And this is
I
the
can
best we
some
get.
Answers.
She's like, I'm just playing pranks. Hey, Pretend, how you doing, man? What have you missed? Not much today, actually. There's been very little happening. We've just been investigating all day.
It started in December, but lately it's been getting worse. So I came to Max for help. And she told me, I guess you know, that I died. That my memories of what happened to us after high school didn't happen. At least, not to her.
Shapeshifting's a real powerful ability. That's what she kind of implied she's going to use it for, to make, you know, change the world, but she's just still
By the
playing
way,
around in, you know, the college.
You're doing pretty well with this whole talking to a dead girl thing.
Well, if you're friends with Max long enough, you get used to it. But I have many, many, many questions.
Do you know what it means? The visions, the different realities smashed together?
I have some, I want to say theories, but they're closer to fears at this point. Give me a minute. Max told me you're into astronomy. You want to take a look around? There's an image I captured upstairs that could be a new celestial object. Or it's just a speck of dust. Either way.
Hey, Pop, have a good night.
Name it.
Seriously? You're on.
All right,
She's so
Moses.
cool. She spins
Let's
around
see
in her
if
chair.
you're as nerdy as Max says you are.
Don't joke about that. No, no.
Max isn't thinking about her birthday right now.
There's no way Chloe would be into
All the
real
more
science.
reason to get her something.
Before she became a punk, she was into science, I believe. I notice how they don't have her smoking weed in this game, which is a weird, you know, decision.
Wow. Moses flies his weeb flag high.
Oh, they use weeb.
I should arrest this guy for future arson, just to be safe.
Punk and science are not mutually exclusive. True. But I'm just saying that was before she went punk and decided to not actually pursue an education in it.
Maybe Moses would let me print something for Max's birthday.
Whoa.
I'll bet you could see light years with this baby. So many post-its. I've got to take this guy outside.
Ask Moses about his gumpla.
Is this an art room or a physics lab? Moses seems to know how to blend the two with expertise.
Remember Yakuza 3? No, I never played Yakuza 3, actually.
If I wanted to make Moses' day, I could ask for his anime recommendations.
Or do a cosplay for him. He'd really love that.
I'm not big on the magical schoolgirl thing, but she gets badass points for that eye patch.
Most tasteful anime figurine I've ever seen.
I wish my job
Which means
would let
it's
me
probably
keep a
not
nerd
real.
den. This is the coolest kettle in the history of heating liquids.
That's some good dialogue talking about kettles.
Simultaneously existing in a state of dead and hanging in there.
Yeah, I wonder
I
if
know
that's
the
meant. Little on the nose, huh? Speaking of Yakuza, new trailer for Stranger Than Heaven dropped. Wait, it did? That's the one that's like their new game, right? That looked kind of interesting. I think it was the Game Awards they last got shown off.
What can't this guy do?
I'll have to check that out.
A pet iguana? Dude, this office has everything.
Wait, this looks like a 4chan post. Like, it looks like a green text.
Some of Max's favorites are in here.
That made you so wet, I know, right? God.
Good that she found a new movie.
Good writing makes a man horny.
Did he paint this himself? Why'd he stop? Moses needs a name for this dot.
Suggest name.
Help him out.
Your titties. Space Pimple. Dawn. I'm really partial to your titties. This is just lame. This is obviously like no use. Does Chloe know about Max's powers still? Yes. Draw a penis while you're at it. "30-year-old woman." Just because someone is over the age of 30 doesn't mean they can't be immature. I mean, look at me.
Process quickly.
I'm just
Nut.
laying it all out.
Hell, look at
See if
most of us
anything
in this
emerges.
chat. In fact, you should be proud of that. Losing your weird or freakishness is what makes a person boring and life less interesting.
This guy's being very polite to the crazy girl who showed up at his office and monologued about alternate realities.
Didn't realize how tall Chloe is. Or maybe he's just really short.
So, Professor, have you solved me yet?
Not in the slightest. But I do have some follow-up questions. I'm sure you do too. Why don't you start?
Life is Strange to You Titties technology is 5 years behind Metro Last Light. Who's Maya?
I don't mean to snoop, but who's Maya Akata?
She was a friend of Safi's. They were really close until Maya's
Chloe's
suicide.
5'10". Okay, she is, pretty tall for a girl
That's
then.
what started all the craziness last year. Safi blamed several people for Maya's death, and she used her powers to get revenge.
Well, it's great that you bought her book.
And I wasn't the only one. Maya's work has been getting more attention in the last year. I'm sure Safi's delighted.
3D printer.
I know we have a metaphysical mystery to solve, but can I use your 3D printer?
What for?
It's Max's birthday. She's being so brave about this whole save the school thing, but I think she needs some encouragement. Your anime wall gave me an idea.
Say no more. You have to text me when you give it to her. She's gonna love it.
That's gonna
You
take,
got it.
like, depending on the size, several days to print out. So I don't think you're gonna make her birthday in time, Chloe.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I'm ready.
I'd like to hear more about your visions. You said they started in December?
Yeah. And they weren't even visions at first. Just weird daydreams. Of a storm, or a path, or... But they just kept coming. Then I started thinking about them, even when I didn't want to think about them. And that moment in the green room a few
Hey,
days
Balak,
ago...
you have a good night, man. It was real.
I don't think it was a vision.
How old? I think Chloe is like 30, maybe, or I'm not really sure of the ages
Some
actually.
part of me really went somewhere.
Okay. What were you doing in the green room before it started?
Looking in a mirror. That place was a grimy dump. Usually my favorite kind of bar. But for some reason, I started thinking about tornadoes. When Max and I were in high school,
Chloe's 30,
there was
Max
this
is
crazy
29.
week
All
where
right, that
Max
feels about
thought
right.
a tornado was going to destroy the school. No, sorry, that did happen. But it also didn't happen. I don't...
Wow.
What's happening right now?
Good timing, Buff.
Let's start with what happened 10 years ago. A storm threatened your town, and Max was forced to make a choice. She let you die, averted the storm, and saved Arcadia Bay.
But I'm here.
I hate to break it to the game, but I've already figured out the mystery.
Somehow, the storm didn't
That
destroy
it's
the
a
town,
multiverse.
and you didn't die. Which doesn't make any sense, except... A year ago, a storm threatened the school and the town.
This ain't that difficult.
And Max made another choice. Or rather, she refused to choose between Safi and Caledon. Somehow she saved Safi and the school. And however she tied those realities together, it appears...
She tied up some loose
Life
ends
is,
while
you know,
she was at
predictable.
it. She brought me and Arcadia Bay back together. With Safi and all the rest?
Yes.
Like she undid the emotional part of the first game.
Your vision started when you remembered the tornado. The thing that couldn't have happened, but did. A paradox. Your life and experiences are coexisting along an entirely different reality. And that's not sustainable. Maybe when you encounter a paradox, you come unfixed somehow, but that would mean even us talking about it directly could... Oh no.
Pardon. When that fint kick in.
Chloe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, stay calm and tell me what you see.
Whenever they do stories like this, it has to make like people in the universe never heard. Yeah, that's what I hate about multiverse is that they have to spend so much time explaining it, and everyone already knows all about it now at this point.
Like
And the characters in the entertainment have to also pretend like, oh, this is a brand new concept, and it just gets very tiresome. Hey, do I got any interesting SMS messages in here? Dead. Oh, we got messages from Dead and Alive Safi. We're already dead. Scroll down. What is this? How do I unsubscribe? Why is my name Dead Chloe? Find the caps lock.
But there's a lighthouse, too. Like the one from Arcadia Bay.
$5 from Darth Enigma. But did Max try turning it off and turning it back on again? That's kind of how she got out of like the reality warping in the first game. To a degree. Vortex clubs jerks.
There's
Black.
a sign. It's for Caledon. And my old high school.
So this place pulls attributes from both towns. Hence the lighthouse.
So does Chloe have powers now because of this shit? Anyone watch Angry German Kid back at Angry German Kid?
Lots of
I think I remember that.
auroras and shit.
So it's nighttime?
The one that broke his keyboard?
She called
Hope he's
off
doing well.
the search. Stopped looking for herself.
Hold on a second, I need to check the footprints. This is not exactly the greatest snow technology I've ever seen. No footprints. He staged that? Of course he did, but you know what? It doesn't matter, it's still entertaining.
There's always something weird when I get to the top of the path. Me, dead. Safi, alive. A turbocharged lighthouse beam.
Okay. As far as we know, nothing
Is there an interesting plot point there for once?
or can hurt you.
Whose footprints are these? I think they're Safi's.
Safi practically lives here now.
The, ground turned to my high school bathroom.
Interesting. Does that place hold any special meaning?
Sure.
You remember the Jet Li movie where he falls in love with a black girl? I thought for sure you were asked about the Jet Li movie where he's like killing the multiverse versions of himself. That'll take.
Okay, Max is pointing a gun at Safi, and there are a lot of photos.
Good thing the metaverse is very well meta. Oh man, my blunder years when I used to wear that crap. Oh, and when I died.
Stop!
I just referenced Jet Li in the one. I didn't reference Jet Li in the one. I mentioned it specifically.
Shit.
That was a really terrible movie, too. But by the way, I think I mentioned it earlier, but for those of you who are asking about it, me and Lucky did put together a wedding registry, and there's a link for it down below on Twitch.
A little differently, but I die.
She on the rag? Come on now. You know that's rude to ask. You enjoyed the one? I thought the action scenes were cool, but man, the rest of the movie was terrible.
I've been seeing.
Especially the ending.
Dying. Max killing me.
You said there were photos. What happened after that?
The lighthouse beam turned on, and... What's wrong?
Chloe, you vanished. Disappeared for about 3 seconds. Before you came crashing back into the cabinet.
What? Where did I go?
I don't know. I think maybe that place takes you
Moses
back to
better
the
be
moment
winning
when Max made
Nobel
her
prizes
choice.
for all of his like reality bending like
About
research he's
Safi.
doing.
About you. Max stitched these realities together, but if you keep going back there, picking at the stitches, it could all unravel.
Arcadia Bay.
Arcadia Bay was brought back to life. Why aren't they stuck in that place too? My mom hasn't told me about any weird visions.
Have you told her about your visions? My point is, we don't know what's happening in Arcadia Bay. We can conjecture, but my focus is on helping you.
I saw some of Safi's thoughts and memories. We're stuck in
I think
that
reality
place
bending
together.
research. Well, look, this stuff needs to be in a journal. Is all I'm saying.
Safi is aware of the dual realities, and she's suddenly back on campus.
That's the real
Here she's looking
reason,
for
like,
the same
Max doesn't
answers
want
you
this to become a STEM college, because then they can
seems
actually learn some shit about all this.
Depressed.
Well, you and she are trapped inside your own deaths. Emotionally, I can't imagine what that is doing to the both of you.
Be called a conspiracy theorist to get dunked on by commentary channels. Well, he's got to bring evidence, you know. Did you know that in some parts in medieval England, the executioner had what? What did the executioner have as PD guy? You left us hanging. You built good suspense. Now follow up.
So what do I do? How do I make sure I don't think about, you know?
Dicks. I mean,
Distractions
time.
seem to help. Your job. Loud music, lots of people. Probably kept you safer.
Get drunk, high, all those things will work.
But now that you're aware of it, and what it means, we might have just accelerated whatever is happening. I'm so sorry.
So I'm doomed?
So it's just a matter of time until I don't come back.
Starting a
At this
timer
point, there's a lot
now
we
to
don't know.
celebrate them? No.
But that's what the evidence suggests.
That evidence is being what exactly?
We won't risk any more explorations into the overlight. That's what we're calling it now, by the way. I'll do some brainstorming. Maybe research mental techniques for...
Don't bother. You've got to focus on the fire.
But we need a plan. Your visions are growing in intensity, and that place is dangerous. If you spend more time there, you could undo the merge. You could revert back to your own death.
I'm serious. It's okay.
Do you see how grunge I am? That'd be, yo, some of my people would kill for that experience. To just undo themselves.
Why should I get to cheat death? It's not like I deserve it more than my dad. Or Rachel.
Oh, Rachel Amber mentioned.
Max saved me in the bathroom. But she couldn't make it stick. The time she bought me, it's enough. More than I deserve.
What do you mean? Of course you deserve to exist.
You seen the fan art about
Not
you?
according to reality, or the universe, or whatever keeps trying to make me dead. Max has done everything she could for me. She always has. The least I can do is be there for her now. So, on to the good stuff. Who do we think is planning to start a fire? I met this guy last night.
What Life is Strange
Didn't
power
seem
would I
like a
have? You're
criminal.
basically asking me what
Criminally
superpower would I
pretentious,
have.
maybe.
I've always said I'd want, you know, like
Lucas Colmenero is a former
teleportation or
Caledon professor.
regeneration.
He's been stirring up
I don't need
animosity
something
between
godlike.
Caledon and Lakeport.
If he hates Caledon, you and Max won't be able to get much out of him. Max may have gone full ivory tower, but bars are still my scene. I'll head back there right now to chat with him and his protest buddies. Maybe I can learn more about their plans.
Telekinesis for you, move stuff with the mind. Just gonna say they couldn't have done Chloe's comeback any more boring. I mean, there's not, once you kill a character off, I mean, you want to bring them back like that, and you have to also somehow work in both endings, so both endings are still canon. You've written yourself several barriers there to intrigue. So for what they've done about as well as they could. But it's just that Chloe's one of those characters who's better left off with her, you know, the emotional impact of her sacrifice.
Max. It's only Sophie.
Hmm. Hmm. What's our code? Razzmatazz.
The last time I saw Sophie, I told her I couldn't support her recklessness. Hope she's not in a reckless mood today.
You're a fan of Chloe 1? Like I said, I like 1. But that doesn't mean I don't like ragging on the game, too. Also, Darth Enigma with another $5 super chat. Protest buddies, cool. We can be friends until the revolution. After that, it gets complicated. Well, once they start coming after them, then you gotta, like, you'll reassess your allegiances. But this is just a college, protest about them tearing down a building. So it's not even that big of a protest. We only saw one dude at it.
Stop stalling, Max. Go talk to her. The quiet conversation of lake and shore. I hope my conversation with Sophie turns out this peaceful, but I doubt it. She's actually here. I almost can't believe
Sophie is lucky she's not dealing with me in this game. The second she turns around, I'm shooting her in the head. Boom, damn. I mean, she didn't really do anything that bad, at least to us.
Sophie?
Why must you kill so easily, chat member?
Putting aside everything that just happened, I'm really glad to see you. The real you.
I don't think Max ever sounds like she's happy to see anyone discuss anything or even express herself.
That's it.
Well, don't just sit there and gawk. What did you want to talk to me about?
Why are you here? After all this time?
Oh, was that it? I don't know. Maybe I missed this place. Maybe I wanted to peep those famous leaves, or maybe I have some unfinished business.
Sophie.
Come on, Max. If you ask me basic-ass questions, you'll get basic-ass answers.
Whatever brought you back, I'm glad you're here. I've been worried about you.
Is that why you told my mom I was here? Either you're terrible at
You
taking
don't understand why
a hit,
Life
or
is
you're
Strange
just a
gets so much
terrible
love. The
friend.
first game was pretty good.
She wasn't supposed to say anything.
And it came at a time when the
promised.
Telltale style of game was still pretty strong and kind
A
of did it
terrible
better.
judge of character. You really thought a promise
But yeah,
from
it's mainly all due on the weight of the first game. It was charming in its cringiness.
Sad truth is, I'm here for you. Don't give me that dewy-eyed look. I can't decide if it makes me want to kiss you or murder you.
I know.
Then why are you returning to Caledon now? Did something happen on the road?
I left here believing I had a purpose. I was gonna find more people like us. But the further I got from Caledon, the more I started to feel... what's the word?
Unmoored?
Deranged. These intrusive thoughts.
I basically
started
abandoned
playing in my
everything I
head,
said
my
I was going to do
emotions.
because that would have been too hard to write
Were
and
all
make
over
into
the
a game.
place, and the visions.
Be an antagonist. She was set up to be an antagonist for the future, but they've kind of
Waking
undone that.
dreams of my death. The storm. And I realized it wasn't being on the road or
But your
being
frame
away
rate is
from
really
Caledon.
chugging, lady.
It wasn't my mother or Diamond or anyone else. It was you. You did something to me.
Saved you.
I saved you. Your powers were out of control, and I found a way to stop the storm and pull you out of there.
You talk like you understand what happened. Everyone here has forgotten what happened in the storm, but I'm still living it. Do you even know?
Your power went haywire. You broke into pieces. I had to pull you together.
You know,
And
like
then
in the
what?
song,
Think.
My
Where
life.
did you go in there?
Into pieces.
It was all these motel rooms,
Frames are struggling, yeah, for no reason at all.
like the ones I stayed in after Chloe died.
Who's this lady? She was a character in the last game.
Considered why?
She has powers like Max, where she can like shapeshift into other people.
After Arcadia Bay, I took my grief on the road, from one motel room to the next. The storm brought me back there.
Where did you go next?
I'm remembering. It was like the eye of the storm. Did I block this out? Was I affected by storm amnesia?
Storm
Did you
amnesia.
and Moses come up with that? Cute.
The lighthouse. The overlook. I remember thinking, it's the same storm. It's all somehow connected. And then I saw you. You were dead on the ground. I thought I could use my power to bring you back. To merge the timelines.
But you saw her too, didn't you?
Chloe. She was there too. Like she'd been trapped in the storm this whole time. Waiting for me.
Thoughts on the new Castlevania game?
All I
I don't know. I haven't seen anything but that one trailer for it. I mean, I'm not really like the dude to ask about Castlevania. I haven't played many of them.
The moment you saw her, she was all that mattered. You forgot all about me.
Jealous bitch. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember any of that
I had
happening in the
no
last game,
idea
by the way.
what I would find in there. I went into the storm to save you.
Of course you did. You're Max fucking Caulfield, Space-Time's golden girl. You'll always try to save everyone and everything you can. But fuck! How many times do you need the universe to tell you it's not interested? These things we have, they're just cruel jokes. Chloe and I may be here now, But a part of us, maybe the part that really matters, remains trapped in that nightmare.
I thought I was beginning to understand my powers. But you're right.
Man, I suck.
Been
Shellfish.
focused on Moses and Chloe and on myself, not on all the damage I can do.
Waiting for someone to walk up a table and
Moses
fuck
and
are
I
you
have
two
been
talking about? They
working
did
for
look.
months to
I've heard
understand
more
and
confusing
control my
conversations
powers.
at a bar table.
How can I understand
This
them?
wouldn't even rank in the
I
top
don't
5.
even trust my own mind.
Now, there's a question worth asking. And while you're answering that one, maybe throw in what you and Moses are up to. What are you collecting evidence for? What is that weird selfie photo of you? And why is my name on a whiteboard labeled suspects?
You snuck into Moses' office?
Don't deflect. You say that you're my friend, that you care about me? Prove it. Tell me what is going on.
Can you fix the frame rate? Yeah, I'm gonna trust you.
This campus is going to burn to the ground tomorrow, unless I stop it.
How do you... Oh, I see.
Then you can understand why I am using my powers and doing everything I can to figure out how it starts.
If you saw this campus burn down, then it means it was supposed to happen. Who are you to stop it?
What are you saying? I can't just let it burn.
Reality is cruel, but it's still reality. It doesn't bend to your will.
But the people I care about.
Moses dies. I saw him fall to his death. It was horrible.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I know you're doing what you think is right. I really hope
Something
it
a
is
villain
this
would
way.
say. Why should you stop it? No, it's what a realist would actually say. Which often get depicted as villains.
Oh, look. It's my mom. See what damage you have wrought?
You should take it. You won't be able to avoid her forever.
Fine. Enjoy the lakeside vibes. I'll be back.
Sophie
This is
seems
Life is
really
Strange
messed
5.
up.
Actually, let me count up. 1, 2.
After talking to her, I have even more questions than before.
This would technically be
Sophie
Life
could
is
be a
Strange
while.
6.
When I'm ready, I should text Chloe and check in with her. Sophie never used to let me see what she was working on. Is this an olive branch or a trick? Sophie's been gone for 9 months. It must feel so surreal to be back here. Sophie. Even for Sophie, that's some heavy chain smoking. Chloe used to love collecting these.
Is Nier Automata good? Yeah, it's pretty damn solid.
I've only been out on that lake once. It was the day that everything.
Someone in time
between
travel
Sophie and
sci-fi
me
setting just say
changed.
I'll be back. Yes. But she's just going to take a call. Won't be that big of an issue. Let's text Chloe.
Whatever Chloe's doing now, I hope she's okay.
She in Silent Hill. I've mentioned before her jacket is very James Sunderland looking.
I'll check in with Max, then see what we can dig up about the protests.
Oh, this frame rate is killing me.
Ooh, not sure I want to step into the middle of whatever this is. New plan. Find out more about the protests, then come back to Max.
Moses mentioned that professor and some townies organizing a protest on a message board. Better look into it.
We'll say this game, I like this game so far. The plot is kind of losing me. It needs to do a bit more with itself. Like, I'm not exactly invested in this school burning or burning down or not burning down. I've said before, I think this series would work better if they turned it into an RPG.
This guy seems like he knows something.
I think they left the frame rate low as an artistic purpose. I mean, that is a style that I've seen some people try to emulate, but this ain't it. This is them just like the game isn't optimized.
So, do you live here or what?
Yes.
I'm working. Many great writers worked in bars. Capote, Kerouac, Burroughs.
I get it. I do my best work in bars too. Could any of those dudes set up a merch table in under 5 minutes? So, what's your deal? You got booted from Caledon, but you're hanging around because... I bet I know. Divorce?
Actually, yes. I'm staying in Lakeport to remain connected to my son. How did you know?
Sometimes you're a real dick, Chloe.
Divorced guy vibes.
Oh, well, there you go.
And your obvious daddy issues are from your own.
Did they
parents'
write this
divorce,
game
I'm
line
guessing?
by line on Twitter?
No. My dad died when I was a kid.
Oh.
They've already mentioned small dick energy, divorced dad energy. We'll get a few more out of it eventually.
I'm hearing about this protest against Caledon. I want in.
But you're not a student here, how would that even work? This game is ass. Nah, it's entertaining. It ain't great, but it's entertaining.
Really? Why?
You guys know what that means, right? Something could be, like, not the greatest, but you know what? You can still have your fun with it. That's what I came to this looking for. It's what I'm getting. It's fun to riff on.
I'm not gonna get anything out of this guy.
Like, I would not actually want Life is Strange as a series to be that great. It needs to have an element of, like, cringy, janky, stupidness.
This making out and doing drugs booth has a lot of funny buttons in it.
See, that's actually a good joke. I will give them that one. I'm stealing that one for the future.
This making out and doing drugs booth has a lot of funny buttons in it.
Every once in a while, it reminds you that, yo, someone actually could write a little bit.
Is the art upside down, or is our world?
And then you get a line like that.
Whoa. Hey, buddy. You're like...
The white guy is the bad guy. He was the bad guy sort of in the last game. Now he's just like a guy.
If I knew college involved dart gun battles, I might have applied myself more in high school.
Don't do it. End it now.
I'll need that password if I want to get into the forum. So this is the Amanda. Be cool, Chloe. Her laptop and my truck would have a great time getting high together.
Yeah, I don't believe you smoke pot anymore, Chloe.
Her laptop and my truck would have a great time getting high together.
Feeling you gave that up.
Is there some sort of celebration this weekend? Hey, what's the deal with these?
Damn it. Hey, Joey! We gotta keep these firecrackers outside with the rest.
Some of the Lakeport dudes are apparently planning a fireworks party this weekend. Doesn't matter to me as long as it's not in here where they could quite literally blow up in my face.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, right there on the bar table where people might, like, leave their lighter.
Not much of a stage, but I could see drugstore makeup blowing some Mountain State minds here.
Is the punchline to that joke she wants to watch internet porn? Yes. For the man in her truck. I mean, usually people who get stoned don't really watch porn too much, I've noticed. Or at least they don't watch it while stoned.
Cool. It's my new best friend.
That's for, like, yo, Molly, I think.
Guess so.
Ugh. Doing that, like torture animals look on his face.
What do you do when you're not getting in fights with strange women at bars?
I used to pull shifts at Kreller's before that closed.
How do I
Now I'm
know?
trying
The
to get a
same way I know
job at
many
the timber
strange
mill where my
facts in the
dad
world.
worked.
What happened to him?
I read about other
He
people's
skipped out
accounts.
on us when I was pretty young. Don't know where he went.
That's fucked up. I'm sorry. I've been hearing about this anti-Caledon group. How do I get in?
You want to protest Caledon? Aren't you a student there?
Perspective.
I'm a prospective
This guy
grad
has a
student,
goblin face.
but I come from a town in Oregon.
Yeah,
that's a
it's just
lot
mainly
like
his
Lakeport.
eyes.
I'm tired of seeing rich assholes bulldoze through small towns.
I feel that.
Just seeing what I did to a local
Well, there were
Walmart.
some informational flyers at the last meeting here. Joey told us to destroy them after, but you never know.
I'll look around. Thanks.
Life is pain and chocolate. How you doing, Mike?
So, what's this protest against Caledon?
Why is everyone
all
so
about?
open about their personal shit in
You'll
this
have to ask
game?
Joey.
Well, if it was
He's
like
the man
real
behind
life,
the
we would
plan.
never get anywhere.
But
That's why. Game
you're
said to
part
be a
of
little
that
bit
whole
more
group,
willing to speak.
Right? There must be some reason.
That's why, actually,
Everyone's
that's the reason why life is strange. People
don't
talk
expect
way
you to
too much,
accomplish fuck
and they
all,
reveal stuff they would
but
usually keep
sit
close to their
around
vest.
bitching about it.
It's not the magical powers. It's that the people are actually still social.
I've been hearing about this anti... I'm tired.
Joey told us.
Yeah.
See you later, Ren.
You got it.
No one's talking. If I can scrounge around the bar, maybe I can find something useful. Looks complicated and full of tiny pieces. My old nerd friends.
You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Thank you, Buff. That always lightens up the mood.
Add this to Amanda's laptop and my van for a full-on stickergasm.
That's... Are you actually just imagining your car having orgies with other inanimate objects at this point? It keeps coming up. Man, my truck totally fucked this bottle.
Imagine living in a place where you can just leave your coat somewhere and it's still there later. Everyone knows the best grilled cheese comes from a shopping cart in the alleyway outside the bar at 2 a.m.
Chloe is a goonette, most
Amanda,
assuredly.
Oh, hey. It's quite a show you put on last night. Wish I could have sold tickets for it.
I'm sorry if all the stuff with Max is... I don't know. Weird.
A little. But what isn't weird these days? I'm just glad she's okay. More than okay, actually. She's, like, glowing. You didn't knock her up, did you?
She was?
Really? I mean, it was kind of an
Kind
intense
of a hot
night.
thought, you know.
And morning.
Have I ever seen
I'm
Sweeney
surprised.
Todd? No, I have
You
not
go
seen
see
it.
for yourself. She was...
I believe Lucky's talking about how she doesn't like that
someone.
play, though.
I think one of her students? I'm understaffed, so I'm not serving back
Didn't
there
you say
today.
something about not liking it?
Makes sense. Thanks. If you're looking to book any shows this month, my band is headed east soon.
Oh, you're in a band.
Oh, I manage them. Drugstore Makeup. They're a mathcore synth-pop art punk band.
Oh, sweet. So, like,
Mathcore. Okay, they're just making that up, right?
Troy.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a...
Spot on.
If someone...
I mean, there's stuff.
Tell me
I'll
that's
see if there's a
real.
date that works.
See you later.
I'll be here.
Is this a remaster? No, this is a new game, Mike. That is not real. So again, they're just doing the freaking like subgenre joke. Gotcha.
Maybe I can find something useful.
All right. What am I looking for?
Not much of a stage, but I could see Drugstore Makeup blowing some Mountain State minds here.
Anything new from you? Oh,
See you later.
No one's talking. If I can scrounge around the bar, maybe I can find something useful.
flyer. You're gonna ask, was I replaying this? I should probably replay Life is Strange 1 at some point.
I thought I might never get to speak to you again.
Good memories, you know.
Never
I
share
remember my
what I've
streams of
just
that game.
When
That's actually the
countdown
only
rang
writing
out,
stream I ever did was for like Life is
clear
Strange
that
1.
The very building I was standing in would be demolished in a matter of seconds. Only my quick wits, my poise under pressure, and my determination to share the truth kept me alive. And what have I discovered? That the administration is so hell-bent on destroying the Abraxas house that they're willing to break the law and put lives at risk. The Lake County Court has ordered that the Abraxas house cannot be demolished until a structural engineer examines the foundation. That inspection is scheduled for 2 days from now. So why were there explosives lining the walls of the
This lady's podcast is not exactly probably lighting up Spotify.
The Abraxas Alumni Network is vast and well-connected. The elites of business and politics. Could
Like
their
hipsters
fabled
making up
Hall
music
of
genres on the
Secrets
spot to
be
push the
filled with
contrarian
illicit
persona to
blackmail
the extreme.
material? Blackmail that current and
That's it.
former
I just think
members
I
use for
got the
leverage
idea of
against
where
the
they came up for that
administration.
dialogue at, and you're right.
I'm not the only one with concerns. Students and faculty alike are wondering what sinister truths Abraxas might be hiding. So one must ask, why would President Teller coordinate an illegal fly-by-night demolition? Is the Abraxas Society's iron grip on the administration beginning to slip? Or is the administration so intent on covering up
You know, they could have
whatever
done something
terrible
cool, like put a
skeletons lay
D&D
buried
game in this
inside the
again, like they did
Abraxas
like
Hall
the
of
previous
Secrets?
2 times.
I will not rest until I have found the truth and reported it to you.
We'll never get a moment like the eating those beans guy again.
First one to stop a fire from burning down the school gets a gumball.
I'm at a loss. I'm not finding anything.
Back in my shadier days, I would have called this the free shit box. Water is an essential part of a healthy beer diet. I can't make out much, but I think this is the password I'm looking for.
Password. Resist. Good one, guys.
Got the password. Now time to take a look at that forum.
Oh, this is a serious operation.
So this is Joey. He seems intense.
Hey. I hear you're the guy to ask about the protest.
No clue what you're talking
You related to like the Soros Foundation? Here they pay people for those. I'm down for free money to like protest shit.
I'm gonna need some intel before I can get this guy to talk to me.
maybe?
Hey, oh,
Ew.
Do you know anything about this protest that people are planning online?
Jet fuel can't melt steel
I've
beams.
heard some things.
Oh, that meme
Tried
refuses to
looking
die,
into
doesn't it?
But their forum is password protected.
I think I might have that password, actually.
For real? Let's take a look.
Here, use my MacBook.
And we're in.
Rules forever. The protest is on. Time and place though. Find a message. Message me for details. Hell yes, been dying for this. Got my sign and torch ready. Right on, brother. I'll have to skip bowling league and drive up from Brattleboro for this one. Wouldn't miss it for anything. They will all pay tomorrow. All the elitist fucks who allowed Lakeport to suffer while Caledon grows richer. I've never heard of a protest like this over like a college. All the students who turned their heads or didn't give a fuck about us in the first place. Won't be able to ignore us now, that's for damn sure. I know I haven't been to any of the meetings in person yet, but that's about to change. I'll be there with bells on tomorrow. I love the bells on? Love this is feeling like it actually is written by ChatGPT, more so than the ChatGPT in the game earlier. Remember, even though this is a private message board, always assume infiltration. Conversation, trusted friends are safe. Heard boss, see you tomorrow.
This dude is legit scary.
This is some
And
weak
none of
ass
his buddies
protest.
seem concerned at all. Anyone willing to skip bowling league must be serious about combating institutional corruption. I'm guessing the mod is Joey. And the winner for most creative use of the $ goes to Cardinal Sin. They're pretty paranoid about infiltrators. Which means
Super
I better
Tyrannus,
do a
huh?
really good job infiltrating
This is
their
written
shit.
by a human being, sadly.
Nothing like a little Latin to class up your angry protest.
Is this it? Wow, that was lame.
These fucking assholes. How is any of this going to help?
Jet fuels
gonna
for
set back
pussies. Real
everything we're
men
doing to
cause
rebuild
buildings
the
to fall
town.
down by taking a can of hairspray and a lighter to it. Takes a while, but eventually you get there.
The protest hasn't happened yet. We could still keep it from getting out of hand.
You're right. I'll tell Noelle to
Are
get
they
Kim
serious about
security
this, or is it just something to do on the weekends? I feel like that's a weekend activity, the way they
I'll
wrote
see
about
if I can
that.
get any more info out of Joey.
Yeah, dude, we're like totally gonna change things. Once they see our placards, man, who knows what'll happen.
I don't know. Weird.
A little. But what isn't weird these days? I'm just glad she's okay. More than okay, actually. She's like glowing. You didn't knock her up, did you?
Yes.
You talked to her?
Just for a beat. She was meeting someone. I think one of her students? I'm understaffed, so I'm not serving back there today.
Hairspray plus lighter. Have you seen the movie Sudden Death? No, but I've played Metal Gear, and I know about that being a thing. And I've also done it in real life.
I'm sorry if all this... See you later.
I'll be here.
The forum is scary.
It was.
But it gave me a lot of good intel.
That was the lamest like forum protest post I've ever seen. Oh man, I've never been so afraid. I'm gonna get out there to max. Maybe I talk to you now.
Pretty ball. We'll go for tomorrow?
Excuse me?
Protest, man. I'm on the message board.
What's your tag?
Cardinal Sin.
We've been chatting for weeks. I'm Cardinal Sin.
I see. Maybe you are, but no way to know for sure, is there?
No girls are in my protest.
Why weren't you at the last meeting?
Bowling league.
Dude, it was bowling league. We had our match against those dillweeds from Brattleboro. Did you expect me to no-show?
I guess that checks out. Maybe you missed the meeting, but you must know the group motto from the message board. What is it?
Oh god, I want to get this wrong because it's so fucking lame.
Sic Semper Tyrannis, which I believe translates to, how sick will it be when we squash these tyrants?
Close enough.
So, am I the one making the Molotovs for this, or what?
Hate to be so paranoid, but you know how it is.
Yeah, the feds, you know, they're really looking after us.
And then head straight for the admin building.
Never know what kind of power is going to be brought down in our mighty protest to squash the school.
Things could get heated.
That's what I'm banking on. This lady doth motherfucking protest. Time to tell Max she's got a girl on the inside.
Protests are fucking hardcore. I mean, you've never seen more hardcore than this shit. I'll go talk to him. Like I've been in this bar all night.
Hello, ma'am. Can I tell you about our grilled cheese specials today?
Chloe!
Cheese, okay. You do not need to act this surprised every time we see each other.
How with mother?
How did it go with Moses?
You did not prepare me for that guy's office. Holy shit.
No, I mean, did he help you?
Well, he erased me from existence for a whole 3 seconds.
Not fixed yet, as far as I can tell. What about you? Did you crack the case with the Abrax holes?
What is even the plot? The something is going to burn the school down tomorrow, and everyone's going to die in it. So we're hoping to stop it.
Too smart to leave it with
Also, Chloe is alive again.
What's with all the sneaky stuff? Why don't I just run over there, grab what's in her bag, throw the bag in the water, and give you the stuff?
Same energy of a satire of a TV show where the domestic terrorists are planning to attack the Model UN.
Bitch, you did not just...
Fuck?
Fuck! Here, take the mask before she comes back and beats my ass.
What just happened? Oh, okay. All right, I get.
Sophie had an Abraxas mask in her bag. We have it now, thanks to you.
So many questions. But for now, I think we
Saw
better run
protests in
before she
France
realizes she's
by
missing it.
the train
And I have
union.
just the getaway.
That giant banner hanging from the building, and burning chairs in Bonneville. Yeah, the French are well known for actually knowing how to fucking mess shit up. Time for the giggle sesh. That was funny as hell, yeah, because it was kind of sudden, but it's actually a good use of Max's the way her powers work. We also know it's dangerous to be out there without life vests on, right? This game is out. Yep, came out 2 days ago.
And then did I say something badass? Like, it's time to fight fire with fire.
You did not. I thought about it, but decided it would be lame. At least coming from me.
I bet I loved being a part of it. Using your powers. I bet it felt
Dangerous.
dangerous. Like when we used to break into abandoned buildings together.
Or when, you know, I
From the
shot
beginning,
myself by accident, and that
always
was
been
really
my
funny.
most trusted accomplice.
Never gonna live that one down, even though she
It's
doesn't remember
weird.
it happening.
That version of me that just fucked with your friend. What happened to her after you rewound?
Moses has his theories. I don't really understand them.
Is it at least as good so far as another snooze fest? Well, it's no Life is Strange 1, but it's also no Life is Strange 2. So it's definitely not as good as the first game, but it's also not as bad as the second. I would say it's probably the second or third best Life is Strange game, depending on which one, you know, how you look at it.
I just think we are much more than the one version of ourselves.
Life is Strange
We're like a
1.5, yeah.
kaleidoscope of all the
Like, I think it's
choices
better than Life is Strange 2 and True Colors. And I like they brought back the
Damn,
time
Max.
rewinding mechanic.
You send a girl to Vermont for 1 year and she gets all heady. I like it.
I know he didn't fix you, but was Moses able to figure out anything?
Hard to say. I got the feeling he couldn't decide if he was more interested in helping me or studying me.
What does he think is going on?
The word paradox was thrown around a lot. Also, anomaly.
I'm doomed.
He said a lot of big words. They all basically amount to me being doomed.
That's not true. We're going to figure this out. I promise.
Oh, you're so damn sweet when you're earnestly reassuring me that everything isn't fucked.
So, I know President Teller was the one who ordered the demolition last night. And I'm pretty sure Reggie was involved somehow. He's the president of Abraxas.
Double presidential crime.
Well, you
Two for the
remember
price
from
of
Life is
one.
Strange 2 is the unsubtle. Well, everything about that game was unsubtle.
Party at the Abraxas house tonight.
But yeah, you're the reason we should have built that wall guy at the end.
That's why she had the mask.
And now we have it. Next stop, freaky college party.
What about the protesters? Could one of them really start the fire?
They're super pissed off and looking to make themselves heard.
Resentful dicks.
I know what resentful dickheads are capable of when they feel like they're not being heard. It isn't pretty.
At least we know about it now. That gives us a shot, right?
Wins about Safi.
What happened between you and Safi?
I told her about the fire. Her reaction was disturbing. She blames me for what's happening to her and to you. And I think she's right. What's scary is that I didn't even know I was using my powers this time. And I still created a mess.
Gotta ask, is there any 20 DLC upgrade or anything similar like on Double Exposure? 20 DLC upgrade? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there by 20 DLC upgrade.
Look, I don't know Safi, but from what I can tell, she was plenty fucked up before you ever met her.
You meant the cat DLC? I don't think there's any DLC for this.
Powers are weird. And
Though you could consider this
sometimes
game basically DLC to the last game,
But there
because it
isn't
is
a
it is
single
reusing
person
most
in
of
the
the
world
areas
I would
and
trust
characters from that.
I think I needed to hear that.
It's just spring now instead of winter.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. So, your crew here is the sassy bartender, the uber nerd, and the shape-shifting wild card. That it?
You make it sound like I'm assembling a team to rob a bank.
God, that'd be
If
so
you're
much more
obviously
interesting.
missing someone.
My camera's lagging, but I don't know why my camera's acting up that way.
The rogue, of course. For when you need someone to hotwire the getaway car.
Of course. Glad to have you as part of the crew.
Here, have a 3D printed object.
Hey,
They're not exactly the best birthday
I
presents.
made you something. Now that Supermax is back in action, I thought she needed her own badass action figure. Happy birthday!
This is incredible! With everything going on, I barely remembered today was my birthday.
Good thing my ass is here then.
Oh, his new voice actor has grown on you. I do think the original one was slightly better, though. She had better energy for it.
When I was living this weekend, the first time, I really thought my life was starting to make some sense. But it seems like chaos always finds me.
I'm chaos.
The only chaos you're dealing with is
Ashley Birch has the ability to ad-lib and add to the character. This new one feels like she's just really reading from a script. Yeah, there's probably some truth to that. At least she makes it feel like she's ad-libbing even when she isn't. So she fit into the character a bit better.
That's not what I meant at all.
okay. So, try again. And if you rewind, I'll know.
No, you won't. That's the whole point.
I meant, I thought my life was starting to make sense, but I was wrong. All those years I spent grieving you. I was grieving myself, too. I never felt more alive than that week we spent together.
What the fuck shit were you thinking? That was a Mad Lib? I gotta say, that is not the most impressive Mad Lib. What the fuck shit?
Not without you.
That's just regular streamer dialogue.
And now you're here.
But then again, the Mortal Kombat devs wouldn't really know funny if it hit them in the fucking face with a dick. See, that's how you
I don't
ad-lib.
know how any of this shit works. But somehow, with all this crazy stuff happening, you're here now. And I know it's because you needed me.
Is there a reason they had to be on the lake to have this conversation?
I needed you just as much. And I wasn't brave enough to realize it.
The producer, yeah, that was probably, you know, the guy who leads the development. No, Kiss. If I'd made him romantic in the past, they probably would have the option here. Kiss. Hold hands. Fuck it, why not? Fucking make out. They're gonna destabilize the boat and drown.
Be careful!
What was that? They would have died. That's what would have happened. I guess you can't choose Kiss. They literally like, nope, not for you, goddammit. One more time. Like, my decision is meaningless. The universe denies their love.
Come on!
Not you two, not these lesbians, not today. Choices matter. Don't worry, you can't actually, like, let them drown. You have to rewind. Oh, it doesn't even let me choose anymore. It's like, no, fuck you. Jim, you have a good night, dude.
You ever feel like the universe is trying to fuck with you?
Oh, yeah.
We have met before, right? I'm Chloe Price, the universe's crash test dummy. Max Caulfield. Did you try to kiss me?
What? How did you know?
Again, I do know you a little bit. So what happened?
I fell into the lake.
Wait, how many times did you try?
Twice. Both were a disaster.
Okay, that was
Like
pretty
the
clever.
Perfect moment. But I guess not.
Well, we'll just have to find the next perfect moment, won't we? After I'm finished laughing my ass off at the image of you going overboard.
Shut up! You fell too, you know. I can't believe I never took a boat out here until now.
Just add it to the list of conveyances I've dragged your ass into over the years.
Never stand in a canoe. Even I know that. I've never even been in a canoe.
Reality, anyway.
Yeah, if they
I
just
wanna
hadn't
hear
decided
so
to be on the
much about
boat, they
your
could have had the
reality
makeout sesh.
that it becomes mine. Let's hear the list.
Well, there was my truck, of course. That shopping cart in San Francisco. Then there was that Vespa we had in Salt Lake City.
Was I in the front or back?
Are you kidding? You were in the back, holding on to me so tight, I thought I would suffocate. We had that tandem bicycle in Chicago. That was a disaster. And Izzy's friend's weed dealer's tuk-tuk we joyrode in Nashville.
You're just making stuff up now.
I am not.
Also, sunscreen. Look, it's low in the sky. The UV index is going to be pretty low. We got our lo-fi moment for the night. If you're not careful, they could drift to the Canadian. It's one of those scenes where I gotta press a button to make it stop. Can you study to this? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it kind of fits the bill. Games to study to. Looks like, ask your doctor. I'm gonna hit a button.
The Maybon party is starting soon. We've got to get to the Abraxas house.
This is what emotional moments look like when they've been written by people who've never had any. That's brutal, man.
So, what's next? Change into black robes?
Black shirts, going by the old photo. Then we head over to Fremont Street.
And look for smoke.
Emotional. Do you hate sex? Ask your doctor about it. Falling into the water would have made things more memorable. I mean, you know, they had an entire scene at a pool in the first game. Would have been a callback to that.
This is it. It could all start tonight.
We know that Reggie kid is up to something. Think you can get me another Eyes Wide Shut mask so we can sleuth together?
You're on. Stay out of trouble.
If only there was Eyes Wide Shut the game.
Between all the drinking and making out, someone must have taken their mask off.
See, now Max is actually looking like she's going for a STEM-filled career. She's got the black sweater on, wearing jeans. This is a girl who's going to major in AI prompting. Hold on a second. However, chat, I think tomorrow, actually the next time I stream this game, we'll be finishing it up, actually, because I don't think I'm going to play more tonight. But I won't be streaming tomorrow either, because tomorrow's Sunday, and I don't normally stream on it, and also I'm going to be spending most of tomorrow finishing up the Resident Evil 9 video. So we're going to call it there. But yeah, one more stream of this and we'll be done. Then we'll go back to Mystery of the Druids. But I want to thank all of you for joining me tonight. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for the mods as well. Thank you the raid from base earlier. Thank you the subs, gift subs, super chats, bits, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you guys so much. If you want, I also posted the link to my and Lucky's wedding registry down below on Twitch. If you want to check that out, be my guest. If not, go check out my Patreon and Discord instead. It's up to you. But yeah, no stream tomorrow, but we'll finish up when I come back. Probably on Monday. You guys have a good one until then. Hey, I'm sure we'll have fun riffing on whatever's left of this. Peace, everybody.